Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the 21st of March episode of my fantabulous live stream, where, of course, we have beer, we have öl, we have blades, we have knivar, and we will be talking about bushcrafty things. I shall now put on my cans to bring my radio announcer best to the experience. Couple of things I want to say off the bat. Sorry for those of you who might not have gotten a notice about tonight, but I set it up quite late. After work, I had a meeting at the governing board of my daughter's school, which took up a fair amount of my evening after making kids supper and all that stuff. So yeah, I was really running late. On with the housekeeping, and then we'll see who's already met up with us in the side chat. Okay. What I always like to say is, if in fact you're watching us time shifted to tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, excuse me, thanks for hanging out with us after the fact. I do, as you know, love seeing the comments show up. I do love knowing that there are eyes on this content even after the fact. If at any point tonight you really love what's happening, please hit that smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you kind of hate what's happening, that's all right. The frowny thumb works as well. And if you would like to take a more active role in supporting the channel, as some people in the side chat already have, I invite you to hit wherever the join button is nowadays. Give it a click. You will see that there are excuse me, 2 tiers and a little listing of what you get for your hard-earned money. They're very affordable. So, let's say hi. Who do we got? First off the hop, we had Campbell Off Grid. Campbell Off Grid is a member. What do I always say about you members? You are my personal heroes. You guys are helping keep the lights on around here. We got Grace in the house. How's it going, Grace? Nice to see you. We got Whiskey Harbor. Always nice to see your name popping up as well. People are saying hi to each other. Whoops, everything just sort of jumped. We got David Evans in the house. You guys will know that I keep saying that there are a couple of his videos that I watch over and over again because they give me a sense of zen. I like that guy's channel. I want to see more stuff coming from you, David. No pressure. Oh, tea is a good drink. Whoops. Everything jumped. Hi again, Grace. We got Canadian in the house. How's it going, Jerry? Sean in Alaska. Good to see you here with us. Sean, loving the cabin content over on your channel. Loving it with a little bit of envy. Well, let's be honest here. But, you know, whatevs, right? We got, hey, there's Skip. How's it going, Mr. Long's Quest? Who else is showing up here? We got Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Sharon is a member. What do I always say? I say that ad nauseum. Maybe I should stop saying, but you guys know that my members are my personal heroes. You guys know that you're keeping the lights on. You guys know that it makes me get all kind of verklempt, all warm and fuzzy inside, which is pretty tough because I'm Gen X, so I'm pretty dead inside. And there's, whoops, it jumped again. There's Russell from Raspberry Rock. Yep, there is a live stream tonight. And especially considering that I missed last week, I've been looking forward to this for like 2 weeks. Carol's in the house. How's it going? Carol's a channel member. Nice to see. I'm just seeing if there are any new names popping in. I think I've gotten everyone. If I didn't say hi to you, sort of, you know, poke. Say, hey, you missed me. Campbell is agreeing with me that he can't wait for more Twilight Life cabin. Absolutely. If someone who's a channel, a mod, could just drop David's link in the side chat, that would be amazing. Sip of tea, then maybe we'll pour a beer. Look at what I got, guys. I drove all the way to Cornwall for this. Actually, I didn't drive to Cornwall for this. I drove for a whiskey. But since I was in Cornwall, I was like, come on, I got to get some of this. Russell would be pleased to know that I also bought the Innocent Gun because there was something he wanted us to do, pair it with a whiskey, but I don't remember what. So maybe we should. Oh, thank you. Raspberry Rock has dropped. Russell has dropped the link for David's channel in the side chat, just in case anyone here hasn't seen it. I'm serious, guys. We should really be supporting each other's channels. We're all small channels here. Well, except for Russell. And I really like the content that all of you who I know who are making videos are doing. It's all very different stuff. You know, Sean's channel is as different from David's as you can get, and they're both different from mine, but you know, I like that content. I love when smaller channels are bubbling and being active. Oh, there is Shockwood Farms. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Just making sure. Yeah, we were going to do a pairing. We should plan that soon. Thank you, David, for reminding everyone to become a member, or at least just hit that that smiley thumb. At the very least. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. So I'll pour my beer. Then I'll tell you what about the weekend I just had. I mean, you can tell by my eyes that I'm pretty damn tired. I'm pretty damn tired. Oh, Waterloo Dark. I do like this beer. So let's hope I don't blow the pour. If I do blow the pour, we'll know that Serge is lurking around here somewhere. Such a nice color. Oh. I'm starting to blow it, so I'm just going to let it sit down for a bit. You know, those of you who have worked in bars, you know, like if you pour a Guinness, it's a 2 pour, right? You pour it halfway and then you just sort of like let it mellow and then you pour the rest. A lot of cream ales are like that. So I'm just going to treat the Waterloo Dark like a Guinness. Let it sit there and calm down. Who else do we got here? Hey, there's Homie Omi. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? No, I have not lost my voice, which is good. That was a weekend, guys. That was a weekend. None of us got bronchitis after the weekend, which is good. My fingers are falling the hell apart, and playing the bar on to start this live stream off was really painful. I've got kind of a, my doctor called it, I don't remember what, but it's a degenerative arthritis in both my hands. So playing bar on for longer than just a few minutes, like when we're on stage, I can do one song, and then I need to play bass for a few songs, and then I can do another song, because it just gets too painful. But yeah, so this weekend, I mean, a lot of you know that I'm in a Celtic pop band, and St. Patrick's week, or the St. Patrick's Day run, is really tough because we gig a lot. This week was par for the course in terms of hours played on the 3 days, but scrunched all together. Sometimes, you know, if St. Patrick's is on like Wednesday, then we got that Wednesday, and then we got like the Thursday off, and then it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But like the Friday and Saturday would just be regular gigs, and then Sunday is a marathon. So on the Friday we started at 2:30 p.m. and played until 2 a.m., 2:15 a.m. We were only supposed to go to about 1:45, but you know, encore. Friday was a regular gig, 9:30 to 2. And then Sunday was 2:30 to 2 again. Although they cut us early. They cut us at around 1, but encore, so we went until about 1:15. Yesterday I woke up at 6 and was like, not gonna do it. So I called in sick and slept until noon. It was an okay gig. It It wasn't the best St. Paddy's gig, but it wasn't the worst. At the end, like later on Sunday, it got really kind of weird and a little dangerous. There was this sort of culty bunch of people in, and they were being really, really weird. And one of them kept trying to. He wanted me to let him get up and freestyle for 5 minutes into the mic. I was just like, no, and he just wouldn't leave it. And then I started getting really rude with him. And then he was like, man, you gotta stop taking yourself so seriously. Like, he started getting really aggressive with me. But here's the thing: this guy was so drunk he could hardly stand. So he's like, I'm gonna, and so I'm standing here and I'm watching him, like, I'm thinking, so I'm not really in any danger, but I'm gonna call the bouncer over anyway. And then he sort of, I don't know if he really calmed down, but he wandered off, and he and his friends were, his group of polyamorous friends were dancing, but like they were all really falling down drunk, so we were afraid they were going to fall on the stage. That kind of stress isn't how you want to spend like the last 3 hours of a gig, because that will exhaust you fast. That kind of like constantly expecting it. First of all, you're not playing at your best because you're paying attention to, please don't fall on my mic stand, please don't fall. We've all had instruments broken on St. Patrick's gigs. I had a bass knocked off its stand once, fell face down, and the fretboard separated from the neck. I mean, all it takes is money, right? But still, we've all had stuff broken, so it's and if you get a mic shot into your mouth, you can chip a tooth. That would eliminate your earnings for the weekend, let me tell you. So I mean, it wasn't a bad weekend, but it wasn't the best we've had either. Look at that beautiful color. Let's give her a little sippy sip. This Waterloo Dark is such a good beer. It's a dark, what is it, a dark lager? Is that what they call this? Pair with homemade burgers, rotisserie roast beef, and fudge brownies. Tasty notes: roasted malt, smooth cocoa, absolutely. Since 1984, our award-winning dark lager has embodied everything we stand for as Ontario's first craft brewer. Created under our principles of quality and craftsmanship, this light-tasting dark lager delivers flavors of roasted malt with smooth cocoa notes. Pour the boar. Wow. So good. Hold on. I'm just sort of going to make sure I'm going to start that whole sentence again. I'm just going to skip back a little bit, make sure I'm not missing saying hi to anyone. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, everyone said hi to all those peeps. We did Black Velvet Band like 3 times. I don't know how many of you have heard my album, but we do Black Velvet Band in a particular way. In fact, I believe that's even on our demo album from 20 years ago. But yeah, we did about 3 or 4 times. Because here's the thing. If you're playing that long, your entire audience has rolled over at some point, and they're all like, play Whiskey in the Jar. We already did. Oh, wait, that was 6 hours ago. Okay, we'll do that, There's Beto. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. If I was Russell, I'd say welcome to this. Russell's got some statements that some phrases that are unique to him, which is cool. Buenos nachos. Now I'm hungry. Thank you, Al. Well, if Al's here, I guess I know what whiskey I'm opening later, because I had brought this Ardent American just in case he wasn't going to be here, just in case he fell asleep or something. Because I've now shot my second review of this on my other channel, so I don't mind sort of bottling it. Well, that's a lot to bottle down in one sitting, but what I mean is I don't mind finishing this off at some point. Everyone is here. We're all saying hi to each other. Well, here's the thing, Sean. There are like 4 or 5 regular bouncers who are always there, and one of them, Alex, he's the guy who came up and because what happened was when that guy was, you know, getting kind of in the way, shall we say, by that point in the evening, they had brought all these sort of short-term contract bouncers in for the weekend from some company I don't remember the name of. But they were all gone by that point because the last 4 hours of Sunday is the saddest part of St. Patty's, right? Because that's all the people who are still there are the ones who are like, all right, it's still St. Patty's. I'm not going home until the fat lady sings kind of thing. And they're just sitting there on their tables and like, you know, and the staff is exhausted by that point because so they don't even want to be there. And we're exhausted and our hands are cramping up. So the non-regular bouncers, they were gone at that point. So this guy was getting troublesome and like his group was falling around and stuff. And so the waitress looked at me and I said, well, I didn't say anything. I just went like this and she knew exactly. So she went and got sort of the main bouncer and he just stood there. And whenever it looked like they were going to fall, he just sort of like, you know, pushed them away and made sure that they didn't do anything stupid, you know. But this guy who'd been getting aggressive with me, he was also getting more and more like sloppy. Like, I don't even think he knew I was there anymore by this point. So it ended up not being like nobody fell on us for the first time in God knows how long, actually. For a St. Patty's, like someone always falls on the stage. But anyways, Campbell is reminding you all that smiley thumb works. I have the coolest cups to put beverages in. Yeah, I love these. These cost a frickin' mint after conversion to Canadian money and UPS. I hate those guys. But yeah, I love them. And UPS lost them. And it took me and the small business who makes these being on their butts to find my glasses. I bought 4 and it was like, it's $100, 120. And because it's UPS, their brokerage fees are outrageous. Homie added a profile pic. Nice. Nice to see. Yes, David, definitely better than a sippy cup. Jerry's reminding us that he's off to hunt the boar in a couple of weeks. Where are we? People are just saying hi to each other. Humidity in the cabin is down to 31%. That sounds positively positive. What? Humidity can be a real chore, especially at this time of year. I don't know about in Alaska, but in Montreal, humidity in the summer is freaking deadly. Like when it hits 30 odd degrees. Like Montreal doesn't spend a lot of time at 40. Like it might peak, but it doesn't spend a lot of time there. But you can get a lot of high 20s to early to mid 30s, and it's a real sticky heat. It's like you know when you're sticking to the bed sheets, you want to go up and it's like, oh, it's horrifying. I hate it. Makes me miss Vancouver because at least it was a dry heat. But anyway, Russell, I see, is bringing the class. I think it's Boobs Boars in Batman, isn't it? The weekend used to pay a lot more than it does now, but like most of the pubs are they're skating thin, so you know. David says he is actively looking for a wood stove on Facebook Marketplace. Nothing is jumping out at me. That's for your where are you gonna put it? Like where in the house is it gonna go? In the living room? Oh, there's someone new to the stream tonight. Ian, nice to see you hanging around with us again. Yep. That's what I always say. Montreal in the summer is when you step out of your house and it feels like you're walking into a tongue. I agree, Campbell. Can't beat the heat from a wood stove. Absolutely. Makes me pine for the time before Montreal put in the wood stove and fireplace ban. Tea's a good drink. Country boy trapped in the city. How's it going? How you doing this week? Man, it feels like forever since I spoke to you guys, but it's only been like 2 weeks. I wish my eyes weren't so red. I'm so tired, you people. Oh, it's going in the garage. Yeah, okay. I wanted to do that. When we bought this place, I was like, I'm putting a wood stove in the garage. And it's gonna be fabulous. Great workshop and blah and blah. But they'd already instituted the ban, so I couldn't do it. I thought I don't know, maybe I'll put a pellet stove in at some point, but it's not the same, you know? It's not the same. Pan says, and I thought us down south were the only ones to complain about summer humidity. No, depending on where you are in Canada, it can be really, really sticky. Montreal is horrible. Vancouver is amazing. There's no humidity. Love summer in Vancouver. Absolutely. It's funny how I just took a look on the YouTube page, and it's really funny how they don't update. Like YouTube and StreamYard do not update the chat at the same time at all. So yeah, there was something else I was going to talk about. I didn't want to bore you guys with gigging talk the whole night. Darth Vader in the house. How's it going? Yeah, David, Ottawa's pretty bad as well. Absolutely. Lord Vader in the house. What a night. What a night. Oh, I don't know. I don't know which whiskey to do. If Alla's still around at 10, we're going to do the blue. If not, we'll do the Ardnamurchan. Ardnamurchan is from Argyll. It's a Highland distillery. Very good juice. I think when they start putting age statements on these, like 10 years, 14 years and stuff, it's going to be expensive as hell, though. Did I show you guys this? This is the most exciting bottle I have bought in a long, long time. This I cannot even remotely afford, but it was on a wicked deal. This is the kind of booze that would make Al give up on life. This is heavily freaking peated. It tastes amazing. Peat, smoke, brine. Super heavily peated. Yeah, 137.3 parts per million of peat. That's heavy, because like the big peat guys like Ardbeg and Lagavulin and I don't know what else. Like Lafroig 10, I think, is around 30 parts per million. I don't know when I'm going to open that bottle, but I can probably only buy one of them in this lifetime. So unless I see another one on that kind of deal. Hold on. Pam is asking, what is the design on your special imported glasses? This one is a forest with a An observatory. This is their astronomy one. I have 2 that are cabins and 1 that is a tent. Yeah, there's an outline of someone with a small telescope. I think they call this the Stargazer. No, it was 137 parts per million. Hold on. Manos, she says, I hope you get to find Island Green. I don't know if I'm ever going to see that one, but I do have to buy another bottle of the green since I broke the other one. It's a real letdown. So it's been sifted through a peat bag at a garden center. It would be cheaper if that's what they'd done. Because I think this is usually about $309. I did not spend even close to that though. And like every edition is different. This is 13.1. I had the 9.1 at one point, but back then this was a lot cheaper. Like I think their highest end one at that point was $200. If you guys are brats. I'm just looking for there. Charles. Oh, by the way, Charles and Annie, how's it going? She's asking David how his drive home from Florida was. Whiskey should have version numbers. Yes, you're absolutely right. This one has a version number. I have a few that well, look at the name of this one. I think I've complained about this to you guys before, right? The name of this bottle is AD 01.21:01. So I think what that is the date of distillation. The 21st of January. I think that's the only thing I can think of. But what a stupid name. That's a software version number. That's not a whiskey name. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's Linda from Lipstick Lodge. Nice to see you. Linda also has a channel, obviously called Lipstick Lodge. Yeah, Al is right. A lot of the like the Jack Daniels, the Johnny Walker Blue, each bottle has a serial number. I don't know if the Octomore has a serial number, but some other Bruichladdich stuff has serial numbers. The classic Laddie has a serial number, and if you scan it, it'll show you what the casking makeup was that went into that bottle. But like, I guess they wouldn't really serial number an Octomore because they're batched. They're batched. Your sister owns a historical house in Savannah. Oh man, that must be a nice place. I've never been there, but I've seen pictures, and man, very, very, very pretty looking town it looks like. Russell's really going off on this. Oh, the bottle's pretty, yeah. It's a kind of a unique shape. Sometimes I feel that they overdo the design a little bit, but the bottles are a nice shape. What this one doesn't seem to be doing, which is, yeah, the 9.1 had all this Greek text everywhere on it, and I was like, why? It's a Scotch whiskey. This has, like, the design on this one is toned down a little bit. But yeah. I think this was probably on sale because they were at the end of the 13 series life It's probably going to be bringing out the 14 at some point soon. But I'm in no hurry to open that. You know, I've got all kinds of great bottles. I saw that movie, Midnight and the God and the Good and Evil. I saw that film. I liked it quite well. What was that? Something just... oh, there he is. Hike with Mike in the house. How's it going? How's it going, Hike? Oh, damn it. Why do I keep doing that? How's it going, Mike? How's the weather down there? No, I'm not opening that tonight. No way. 3-story house with the furniture at the time it was built. Ah, that sounds dreamy. Sounds amazing. It's what I find amazing about houses, like old houses in the South, built before the time of air conditioning, is that there's a philosophy of design that takes airflow into consideration like you never see anymore. Right? Like the high peaked roofs with like a window at either end kind of thing, the huge wraparound verandas, all this stuff, like everything geared towards keeping the house as cool as possible in the heat of summer. And the end result is, yes, they tend to be a lot cooler than this place would be without air conditioning, for sure. But also they look spectacular. Like there's a look to them that I'm running out of, like, they look like what you imagine when you're reading stories like Garden of Good and Evil, or like, you know, the old Southern, like, I'm trying to think of certain seminal books, but I can't think of anything right now because I'm a wreck. But yeah, I love that architecture style. And I think that there's a case to be made for bringing it back. You know, like reducing our need for air conditioning through architecture. There are buildings in certain parts of the Middle East, like old buildings that have these towers, and I don't remember what they're called. Sorry, but I guess these towers with openings at the top that catch the wind and bring it down into the edifice, or the building. When you don't have a technology to fall back on, that can really change your philosophy of design. I love that. That's cool. That's interesting stuff. Like, that is fascinating stuff. What time are we at? 9:34. Okay, hold on. I just want to catch up with what people are saying. Bit chilly by Florida standards, especially in the mornings. It was like 6 degrees today, if I remember correctly. It was like balmy. Right now it's straight up 0. It wasn't 6. Our high was 4 today, so I guess it was like 4. But I seem to remember it being like 5 degrees. A rabbit hole would probably be cooler. Yes, you know, geothermal and all that. If I'm going to try my first good scotch, what's your recommendation? Oh, I have so many recommendations. Maybe that depends. You want something peated or not peated? When people are looking for their first good scotch, they don't tend to want the peated stuff. So I would say like maybe Aaron 10. Aaron 10 is very good because it's very affordable but hits way above its price point. Or Aberlour 12. Yeah, that would be good. Glen Cadam. We should take this offline. Ping me later, and I'll make some suggestions, Campbell. Omi is already subscribed to Mike. Yeah, Mike's channel is good stuff. It's called a porch. Yes, something is called a porch. A porch is called a porch. It must be so nice around there. Unfortunately, part of the historical district here in Montreal went up in flames this week, which is too bad. Especially because it took out 7 people, as well as the historical building. A big story around here about that right now. Russell is telling Campbell to buy a Glenfiddich 12-year-old with a splash of Dr. Pepper. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. The guy drinks his whiskey from a sippy cup with moose horns. Moose antlers. Homes in Florida are built to keep heat out. That's why many times in winter the houses are so cold that during the day I go outside and bask in the sun to get warm. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I will not recommend Macallan. You bite your tongue, Mr. Evans. I would not suggest Macallan's under any circumstances. And you know it. David's just being a brat. It's still going to be hot when it's no breeze and it's 7 and it's 100 Fahrenheit outside. I don't know what 100 Fahrenheit would be, but it sounds hot to me. I know 100 Celsius means your water's boiling. Campbell, I would totally add a splash of Dr. Pepper to Macallan's. The sippy cup never gets boring, does it? Never gets dull. Hike with Mike says, my favorite scotch is tape. Yeah, what Al is saying is generally true. Avoid anything peated or smoky for your first. It'll turn you off of scotch. For me, my gateway scotch was quite peated. It was the Lagavulin 16. But for most people, you don't want to go heavily, even lightly peated for your first one. And if you're having a few whiskeys in a night, you want the peated one to be the last one you drink. Excuse me. Oh, that beer. Yeah, you'll be pinging? Okay. Russell is spitting lies again, I see. Always listen to Russell. No. Yeah, there was the cops don't know who the hell is at fault here because the building owner is one party. One of their tenants was running some illegal Airbnbs, and the building owner had already sued the tenant over having illegal Airbnbs in the building. One of the people who is presumed dead, because they haven't found her yet, was a very prominent scientist from one of the American universities, prominent in her field. There was another. It's just. Let's move on. Let us move on. David is asking if Russell's given up drinking lime and lagers. Are you kidding? That guy shows up on screen tonight. He'll be drinking a lime and lager right there. Al is telling Campbell to start with the space side and go from there. That's a legit. I can't really argue with that logic. There's a lot of really good stuff from space side. Oh, sorry. He's going to wait for Friday night. Oh, my land. I'm caught up with the side chat. What is going on? It is 9:40. Al, are you still going to be here at 10? Should I pour the blue? Because if you're not going to be here at 10, I'm going to pour something else. But I'm going to pour something soon to let it air out. Breathe. Open up. Develop. Before 10. Do I have any other snobby little terms I could use? Let it bloom. bloom. All right, Al's going to stick it out. So I'm going to pour the blue for later, for 10 o'clock. I figure 20 minutes of breathing is going to make it... I don't know how to finish that sentence. Ignore what I just said. I'm blue. I haven't thought about that song in forever. Ooh. Guess I better hit the SAQ, eh? I told you guys that, I'm talking to Al and Russell, that my favorite SAQ in town, they have like a whole pile of these, like in the corners on the ground. So I no longer have to order them from Alberta and add $40 of shipping onto the purchase price. All right, that's ready for me later. Okay. Homie is having ice water. I had ice water. Man, one thing, did I tell you guys one thing that we do to not get utterly destroyed on these long gigging weekends and after is we drink water up until the last 3 sets of those 11-hour days. And in fact, sometimes we drink water up until the last set, because if you start drinking booze at like 2 p.m., you get sloppy really fast. And so like people would be buying us shots of Jameson and we'd be like, woo, and just start putting them aside, until later at night. But yeah, it was mostly soda water. Because also, like drinking a whole bunch of booze while you're gigging is not great for the voice. It really does reduce your ability to belt out the cool tunage. Campbell is going to do a video on how to properly shotgun a beer. Wait. No. I'm just trying to catch up on the side chat. I want to see if I missed anything. You must never allow the blue to drain. It would make me blue. Yeah, I wouldn't want to make you blue, Al. Wouldn't want to make you blue. A beer channel. There are some really good beer channels. And like beer is not my main booze by any stretch. I mean, my main booze is whiskey. But it's amazing to watch a beer channel and see that people are every bit as into tasting notes and nosing and everything with beer as they are with wine or whiskey. I think a vodka channel would be a bit of a waste. Like, what do you nose? Good quality vodka has no discernible taste or smell. Some people have a different philosophy, but generally speaking, that's what the accepted thing about vodka is. Which is why I don't love vodka cocktails. And in fact, I find that the Vesper Martini, the one that like James Bond made all popular and stuff, it's a garbage drink. It's a bucket of booze. It really, like, the vodka brings nothing except octane to that drink. Now, the Lillet used in that drink originally no longer exists, so it's entirely possible that the original Vesper was delicious, and we're just never going to know. But, yeah, not a big vodka fan. David says that a bathtub shotgunning beer channel has merit. How about a tequila? Oh, a tequila channel. Tequila and I have a very fraught history. Actually, Shawnee says something legit here. Crumbs. Actually, that's a great idea. Every video is 5 minutes or less. Boom. Next video. Shawnee says, vodka channel. Here's what you can make with vodka. Vanilla extract. True. Pasta sauce. Tinctures. Household cleaners. That's all I got. I know those of you who live in the United States, man, you can use Everclear for making like tinctures and cleaners and perfume and stuff like that. I don't think you can get Everclear anywhere in Canada, but yeah, vodka would stand in. Oh yeah, it makes Caesars. That's true. Yeah. It used to be called a Bloody Caesar, but it's like everyone just calls them Caesars now. I show you guys that I sort of bought this for my daughter to surprise her. A lot of you guys probably know this book. This is a classic. So I bought it, and I wasn't sure when to give it to her because she's not really a big reader. So I wanted to, I don't know. I guess I was just second guessing myself. So I come home from work today, and she's reading Hatchet, but like her teacher passed her a copy. So I'm glad I sat on that one. You know, I'm going to read it for old time's sake. I mean, what I wanted to do is read it to my kids. When I was growing up, my mom read to us at the supper table, not at bedtime. Supper, you know, after supper, after we were all finished, clear away the dishes, and she'd bring out books, and she read us the whole Narnia series. Like, not just The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but like deep dive the Narnia series. She read us The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, something else. And then like at bedtime when I was younger, my dad would read me more typical children's books. But I love this idea of doing story time right after supper. And I think that's partly because camping, you'd always do story time after supper, right? You're sitting around the fire and everyone's eating and feeling pretty damn good with the world. And, you know, it'd start chitting and chatting and telling stories. Hold on a second. Pam says, Everclear brings back old memories of Hunch Punch. I don't even know what that is, but if Everclear is bringing back actual memories, then you weren't drinking enough. Woo! The only good vodka is pure potato vodka. Good to know. Prison toilet vodka. Yikes. I don't know what that is, but I see Russell's not quite clear on what vodka is, but that does sound delicious. Mayo and butter? No, I would do one or the other. Actually, I'm lying. A baked potato for me is a sour cream thing. Campbell says, I've actually tried some of the IPAs based on Russell's beer reviews. Interesting. David says I should read My Side of the Mountain to the kids. That is so true. Oh, I don't even have that book anymore. But I'm taking note of that so that I don't forget. Oh, I just dropped the... Oh, and I dropped... Hold on. Jesus, guys. I'm just throwing money around here. And my... I'm feeling a little old this week. My side of the mountain. Thanks, David. That's I had forgotten about that. Even though taking one glance at Hatchet, I should have totally remembered that. But anyway. Yeah, I go no on the butter generally. Al does not approve of Russell's approach to the potato, I see. Shawnee needs to get better at her reading out loud voices. Oh, like when you're reading stories to the kids, you gotta sort of do the voices and stuff. Oh, that sounds delish, David. Of course, I'm a little hungry. I didn't eat enough supper because I was hurrying. Yeah, yeah, it's a classic for a reason. Absolutely, whiskey. Um, hey, Christy, how's it going? Um, welcome to the live stream, Christy. Russell says 9 out of 10 green things don't belong anywhere near food. That's not true. There's a lot of delish green stuff like salads, broccoli, stuff you probably don't eat so much of, but I really like. Green apples, Brussels sprouts. Give me a break. Brussels sprouts, man. You do those up in a pan, by which I mean a pan. I'm not one who calls a pot a pan. Okay, cast iron pan. Fry them up. A little bit of fat and some not bacon, but what's the other one called? Oh, what's it called? You can buy it in small cubes. Bacon-esque stuff. But anyway, delish. Absolutely delish. Hold on 1 second. Everything jumps and I'm all lost. No, Russell, you're wrong. Brussels sprouts are not the worst fruit imaginable. I did used to hate them though when I was a kid. Thank you, pancetta, pancita. I'm kidding. Pancetta. I was kidding. Nobody at me or nothing. Destiny is showing up. Whoops. Destiny is showing up at almost the 10 o'clock. Oh, train about to enter Edmonton, then a 6-hour drive home. Nice. I love taking the train. I can fall asleep on a train and sleep easier than I ever can on an airplane. So, I mean, soon, welcome home, Destiny. You glad to be coming down the home stretch? You probably got some stories to tell. Ah, hell yeah, Grace. Roasted Brussels sprouts splashed with balsamico. Yep, that is delicious sounding. Yeah. I like a good long. Have I said this to you? I've probably bored you guys with this already, but I like a nice long road trip when I've got like my podcast running and stuff. Especially if I've got something like hardcore history, because every episode is like 6 hours. I like a long drive when I'm alone though, much better than when I've got a carload of people. You know, and it's funny because I'm not. I have no love for the automobile. You know, I think the internal combustion engine is yesterday's technology and it has to disappear. I know that that cars are dangerous and all that stuff, but I do love like getting into the car and like, okay, long ass trip, let's do this. Throwing something on and just disappearing into the ether, kind of, you know, like living outside of my life. Like the world is just the road. Avoid the other drivers, of course, but it's just the road and whatever podcast or music I'm listening to. I love that. I love it less when I'm falling asleep behind the wheel, though. Absolute. Oh, hold on. Camille just sent me a notice that she's got a 3-day streak going in Duolingo. Good job, kiddo. Of course, I'm at 657 days. I just dangle that in front of her like a little taunt. Where are we? Canadian is saying, hold on. Everything has jumped. David says, it's on our bucket list to ride the Canadian from Toronto to Vancouver in the winter. I used to ride the train when I was a kid before they tore up the tracks somewhere between Montreal and Toronto. Because you used to be able to go right across the country. Now you have to change trains somewhere. I'm going to start that again. Now you have to change trains somewhere on this end of the country. Terrific ride. Expensive as shift because you have to buy your meals. But I used to love it. If you drive across the country, okay, or from Montreal to Vancouver or whatever, you got 3 days of are we out of Ontario yet? You know what I'm saying? But when you're just taking the train, you can just stare out the window if you want, or you can sleep if you want, or you can whatever. There's magic to that. There's absolute magic to that way of traveling. Jalapenos stuffed with cream cheese wrapped in bacon. Yep, I would eat the hell out of that. Hey, there's Canoe Hound. I think he's saying howdy howdy. Yes, he is. Nice to see you, Dennis. I think you had the Friends of Wabakimi on tonight, so I'm going to watch that tomorrow at some point. See what they had to say. Everyone's just saying hi to Dennis. Uh-oh. Russell's saying that Dennis had the wrong mic. I guess I'll see what that means. Homie also loves road trips. Yeah, there's magic to just hitting the road and going. Yeah. David liked Dennis's live stream, even if his PC was picking up the wrong mic. I'm interested to know what that means. I'll check it out tomorrow. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. I've lost my train of thought. 9:58, 2 minutes until whiskey time. Russell is having trouble typing. He said, I apostrophe poo. I could read all kinds of things into that. Oh, I see. Okay, it was his, because I think Dennis has, well, I'm pointing to a DSLR, but doesn't Dennis have that little Logitech? I don't remember. I remember we had that conversation one night, but I don't quite remember what he's got. There we go. Oh, sorry. My daughter's bugging me with her Duolingo scores. Dennis, you have anything you wanna come on and talk about tonight? I'm thinking that Russell's going to be on in about a minute, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how tonight's going. I'm too tired to be awake right now. I had a big weekend, but I'm just so happy to be with you guys because I didn't do it last week, and it really, really made me blue. I don't like missing my Tuesday night. Yeah, you're too tired too, eh? While I was doing my St. Patrick's week slaughter, weren't you at a trade show? Were you at a show? I saw a picture of you on Instagram with a mic. I wasn't sure if that was like actually that day or not. Shawnee, are you asking me or are you asking Dennis if he would ever teach a bushcraft class? The taste of Ontario, people. Delicious. Canucopia. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Dennis, have a bourbon with us. I'm not having bourbon, but I do have bourbon back there. It's just that's not what I poured. I look terrible. tonight. I'm seeing myself like I'm all red-eyed and like fatiguey, and I'm all red. This is what being in a Celtic band does to you on the weekend of St. Pat's, guys. Don't do it. Okay. On Saturday only at the Toronto Sportsman's Show. Okay. I am dying to go to one of those shows one year. I want to see you guys. I want to, be able to shake actual hands of some of the YouTubers I know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Shawty's asking if I would ever teach a bushcraft class. Whoops. It's funny. I had a gig that I was supposed to do. When was this? There was a makerspace, and I was asked to do a class on axe sharpening. I was like, yeah, but for some reason they lost their space or something happened, and the show didn't end up happening, so I didn't get to do it. But yeah, I was gonna do that. I'm unsure if I would teach like a full bushcraft course. I think that before doing that, I would want to take a full bushcraft course, see how they're taught, kind of thing. Because I enjoy being in a mentorship role. I do that sometimes at work, in my day job, which I'm not going to tell you guys about. I enjoy that. I do like disseminating knowledge. I like sharing what I know. But also, like, there are guys out there who are rock stars at that. And I have issues of feeling like a dilettante all the time. There's a word for it. Imposter syndrome. I get imposter syndrome like you guys would not believe. But I do enjoy sort of a mentorship role. I get a lot of joy from that. Okay, so I've done, my work here is done. Russell's not going to join a Celtic band. Good man. Yeah, there is one Celtic band. There are two. Oh, I don't know if they're straight up Celtic. I mean, Quebec traditional music is very Celtic, right? Because it comes from, Bretagne, Brittany, and places like Brittany, Normandy, all that. Like Quebec traditional music is very, very Celtic influenced. And there's a band here called the Bottine Souriante, which does trad Quebecois music, but they've got a full horn section. Terrific stuff. And there was or is a British, like an English folk band called Bellowhead that also had a full horn section. And in fact, instead of a bass player, they had the one that wraps around you is the sousaphone, right? The tuba is the one, the sousaphone, that's the one that goes all the way around you. And I think what they had was a sousaphone player. Both terrific bands. So as Russell says, the good ones do. Absolutely. David would teach a course on what knives to buy late at night when you've been drinking too much. Yeah. I think you'd do well at that. I think I'm still gonna pick up an Esmuk of some sort, maybe a Kephart, but I'm not really in a hurry. I really think that like I should curate my to buy list. Like I really need to sort of It's funny, I really want that drone I told you guys about, but I mean Russell's right that it might not be the best purchase right now because there aren't a lot of places I have the right to use one. Like I can use one around my mother-in-law's place up in Oka, get some nice shots, footage over the lake and all that stuff. But I'm not surrounded by opportunities to use it. Like on the island of Montreal, it's pretty tough to use one. I don't live like I'm not Casey Neistat, right? Living in New York and drone shotting over the harbor all the time. If I used a drone over a harbor, I'd probably get my ass arrested. And I really gotta start saving up again for my canoe. I was, and then I wasn't, because things just keep happening. But so like I should really hone what I'm aiming for. Like in the same way, there are still some axes I would like, but I'm not. There's no reason. There's no reason for me to buy more axes. I have too many axes as it is. Like I'm at the point now where some of my axes never get used, and that's where, like I've told you guys, that's where I don't want to be with my tools. That's where I was with my bass guitars. So I off-gassed, and I'm down to 2 that come out all the time. I would like a third, but they're not affordable. What I would like is absolutely not affordable. If I ever win 30 mil, though, I'm buying one. Hold on a second. It's pretty gross, but yeah, that's true. Jerry says, imagine the work at the drain spit would get on St. Patrick's Day on a trombone. Yep. Gross. A Nesmic. Enzo makes one that is a kit with a curly birch handle. I would get that. Man on the street, burning tires and 4 gears. Okay, that would be a driving course. Linda's saying okay, but I don't know what to. I don't remember what I was saying at that point. Where are the guests? I don't know. They might show up. They might not. But it's 10:07. Oh yeah, as Al says, he's turning blue. He's beginning to be blue. Vanilla. Touch of butterscotch. Spice. Slight pepper note. White pepper. Not. There's maybe a touch of black pepper, but not much. It's mostly the sweet and smooth. There's a creaminess there. Touch of a coffee ground. I think what I believe is a coffee note might be malt. Very slight acrid note. Like in wine, you take the glass and swirl it around to aerate it and take a look at the legs and everything. With whiskey, you swirl much more slowly. You can do it like this. Some people just roll it. I think I've shown you guys this before. The tiers or the legs don't really tell you a whole lot. What I find they tell you about is how this might feel in your mouth. Like if you don't get a lot of legs, like you don't hear, or tears, as they mostly say in the whiskey world, it's probably going to have a nice mouth coating effect rather than something like really watery. You're not trying to aerate it the way you do with wine. But yeah. Oh, I just realized something. Dennis can't join until I share the address with him. So just give me a second, guys. I'll be as fast as I can here. I know it's really pro of me to look away from the screen, but I'm gonna be as fast as I can. As fast as I can be. Facebook. Man, there's a site I wish I could drop. The Facebooks. I would drop it like it's hot, except it's not hot. I'm looking for Dennis. Dennis. Dennis, when the hell was the last time I pinged you on Facebook? Oh my snap, it must have been a long time ago. There you is. There's a little linkage. Denise, there is some linkage. Now I can't find my... there we go, StreamYard. Okay. Okay, Dennis, I just sent it through the Book of Faces. Yeah, so the Nesmuk. Hold on a second here. There we go. Oh, right. Sorry, I got distracted. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
All is well.
Cool.
You trying to select a bourbon?
Yeah.
What do you got up there?
I got some Elia Craig. I got some Woodford Reserve, some Evan Williams, King of Queens. That's a Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Beam, Royal Crescent, and some more Jim Beam. You know what? Seeing as you're having Scotch, I'll do King of Queens Scotch.
All right.
Yeah.
I've never even
Blended
seen
whiskey.
that. Oh, it's a blend. It's a blend. Okay, I've never seen it before. I'm getting some.
It's a blend. It's a blend.
Well, this is a blend too. The Johnny Walker Blue is a blend.
I gotta find my glass. So what you doing there, Jess? What's going on?
I'm just living my best life, Dennis.
Yeah. How's your pipsqueak? Is she feeling better?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that was a big week, but she's feeling better. There is no feeling in the world like finally getting through to 811 and them saying no, it's most likely not meningitis, but you just have to keep her hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah. Just waiting for you to get your glass up so we can do a cheers. I've literally never heard of that blend.
It's actually from Scotland. My a guy that my daughter was dating a bunch of years ago gave me a bottle of this and another bottle of when he went over.
Okay.
But it's actually from Scotland. It's whiskey.
Of course.
Not whiskey, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Here's at you, everybody. Thanks. Oh, how come Russell's not on tonight?
I don't know. He might be singing mad about a hearse or something.
Be like that, Russell.
Damn it, Russell. What the hell? What the hell, Russell?
Yeah.
I
was looking at a bird. Really, Dennis? A crew?
Yeah. A crew top?
Oh, did you see my belly?
Isn't a crew top like a... You know, it's funny.
Neck.
Yeah, a crew neck. Okay.
Yeah. Can't do it when I'm looking at the camera.
Right.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Omi is saying hi to you, I believe.
How you doing? Yeah, man. So been a busy couple weeks, actually. 3 weeks, actually.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
A lot of shows, and there's one more show coming up this weekend, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a good busy time for you. I like that. A
crew top, a screw
top.
Okay,
a screw top. You know, it's funny because there's some great whiskey out there that's all screw tops. Like most Japanese stuff is screw tops. And the Alberta Premium Cask Strength is a screw top, and it's a their bottle design is god awful. It looks like it should be plastic, but the cask strength only, because I'm not big into the rest of Alberta Premium, but their cask strength rye is top-notch juice, even though it's a screw top. So, you know.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't know a good Scotch from a bad Scotch because I don't drink it that often. So everything I drink tastes good, right? Okay. Either I like it or I don't.
Fair enough. Where was I?
Hey, not only is this a screw top, but it's got one of those little pour spouty things inside of it too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So
You don't
that's
see that very often down here, do we?
no. That tells me that is a bottle for like pouring shots or making cocktails with. What's the ABV on that? Is that a 40%?
40%, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay. No, Russell, you don't need an invitation. You know how to get into my. Russell is
come on,
such a
Russell.
brat. Russell is an absolute brat.
Water or ice cube? Actually, I prefer it straight up if possible.
I drink straight. I drink neat.
Sometimes I'll throw a cube in it just if I feel like drinking cold.
I don't have the right kind of glass right with me right now to throw a cube in. I would throw a cube in. I'd throw a cube in. I wouldn't throw any Cubans.
A cube in, okay.
Yes, I would throw a cube in for like a blended Scotch. I like this Johnny Walker Blue here. I would totally throw.
Are you still drinking that Johnny Walker Blue?
Yeah, I'm on my second
Is
bottle.
that the one that who was it? The man
It
on the
was
street? Is that?
yeah, Al. Yeah.
Yeah.
I save it for the live streams because I know Al's going to be here, and so we drink it together.
Oh, okay.
I don't drink it otherwise because I don't want to. I don't want to bottom it out too fast because they're like 315 bucks in Quebec. So it's a lot of money. Christy says ice with her blend as well. Fair enough. Al says, "Come on, Japan needs to stick with sake and leave the Scotch to the professionals." They actually the Nika, which is a Japanese whiskey company, owns Ben Nevis in Scotland. And Nika makes some really good stuff. You dropped the glasses too, Dennis.
Yeah.
Do you think that Russell's serious about not getting an invitation? Like, did something change with the tech at some point? I'm gonna send him one just in the off chance that he's not being a brat. But if he's not being a brat, I don't know what's going on. Sent over Discord, Russell. I'm so tired, dude. Such a weekend. Such a weekend. So, do you have a favorite show, like a favorite outdoor show that you love? That like, is there one that you specifically look forward to every year?
Oh, yeah, I'm dying me.
Yeah.
Well, the Toronto Outdoor Adventure Show, just because it's here, I get to go to it every year, right?
Right.
But going to Canoecopia was cool because I'd never been. And would I do it again? Yeah, in a heartbeat. But it costs a lot of money.
You got to travel for that one.
Yeah, well, we flew down, right?
Yeah.
So between flight and hotel for 3 days and food, and heck, I could almost taken my wife back down south again somewhere, right? So
Yeah.
But the flight wasn't quite as bad because we had credit left over from when the year it got canceled due to the SID, right?
Yeah.
And so hello there, Russell.
Hello. Is this thing on?
Yep.
His nominee. Oh, it's the wrong one though.
Rebel with an O likes his single malt with a Cohiba Maduro.
Hey.
I don't tend to do that, but I know a lot of people who do. They like to pair a whiskey with a cigar.
I could really tick a lot of people off and use a hot pepperoni stick for a swizzle stick.
That's something I would have done. I would totally do that. Or like a wet noodle would be fun too. Like
Oh, wet noodle.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what my favorite trade show?
Yeah, go.
If you want. The boat show in Toronto. It's actually City Grill on our favorite show. In fact, this is the only show we could generally go to. Although Ray and I have been to a bunch of franchise shows. Yeah, City Girl, like it's like every Friday, February or something like that. We go down there and we go on the biggest boats they've got, the most, these $500,000 boats. And you got to go on like, sort of like a Thursday. You don't want to go on Friday. You don't want to go on Saturday. Go on Thursday because there's like half the people there. And we go in there and we lie down on all the beds and sit in all the big cockpits. Like
Yeah, I used to go to the boat show here too. I loved it. I would always go to like the Jeannot or the Beneteau boats and just dream. Just
Oh,
dream.
yeah. That's all it is. It's fantasy. It's
Thanks, Al.
Yeah.
What are the ones we used to go to on the most expensive ones? I forget the name of the boat, but they had a Sundancer. They had. That's gonna bug me.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
David loves the Toronto Boat Show. Dreams about the sailboats he could afford. Yeah.
Sea Ray. Sorry.
Hmm.
Had to look it up.
I like the French.
Oh, I thought you were
boats.
talking about the big boats, the ones they make you take your shoes off to get on, the big yachts that they bring in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like the biggest ones they can get in the international. Is it the international? What is it downtown?
Oh yeah, the international center's the what do you
airport.
call it? Yeah.
Anyway, the one right next to the convention center.
Intercare Center.
Oh, is
That's
it
one of the exhibition place, right?
No.
Oh,
Thinking of the
yeah,
convention
okay, the
center.
international. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's at the same place as the sportsman show in the crossing the airport.
No, that's not it. I think it's the
Not
convention
across
center.
the airport.
I'm gonna go see Man About a Hearse, guys.
No, it's the one. It's the one that's downtown. It connects to. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but the biggest boats they have down there, I think 40-footers. They might go up to 50-footers, right?
Yeah.
Not like the outdoor ones or the ones that are held at marinas where you can get the really big ones in there, right? But I just love
the
going
last
on
time
those
I
boats.
went to a boat show, it was at the exhibition grounds at the Intercare Center, and they had a boat in there had to be like an 80-footer, and you had to take your shoes off and get in and sign a waiver to go on, and it was a huge boat.
Yeah. In fact, we make a point of taking shoes that we can just slip in and out of.
Yeah, you don't have to tie, right?
Yeah. Okay. So the Metro Toronto Convention Center, I guess, is it because it's right down. Oh, has it changed? That's weird. Anyway,
I haven't been since 2017 when I bought my boat.
Yeah, it's probably been longer for us even. But also, it's not a bit. I mean, it's also got like in another area they got all the fishing boats and the bass boats and stuff like that, and you can buy fishing crap and.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of trade shows, but I have to really like what I'm going for. I got years ago, my wife and I owned a wedding planning website, and we used to do all the bridal shows, and I tell you, I hated that. Absolutely hated it. Oh yeah.
You couldn't drag me to a bridal show.
And we're talking every single weekend between like September, October, all the way through April. Yeah. That grows fast, really cool, really quick, really quick. Welcome back, Jess.
I got cheese.
You got cheese. Throw me one of them, and I'll throw you a pepperette. Here.
One of the more interesting things, like Ray and I have been to a bunch of franchise shows, and it's funny the things that are the companies are trying to franchise stuff, and all the big ones are not there. Like you won't see McDonald's, you won't see Tim Hortons, you won't see, Subway, because they don't have to go to those shows. They've got people lining up. which is silly because Tim Hortons is like the worst franchisee deal ever.
But why would you go to a franchise show? Like, what's interesting about that? Or were you guys looking to franchise Tim Hortons?
Free samples.
Looking at business ideas. I mean, most of those franchises were like, well, and Ray is one of those guys. He can walk through a place like that and go, okay, well, what are you offering me that I can't do on my own? Oh, well, like there was this coffee machine one that he, was really funny. We didn't do, this was a different one. This wasn't actually a franchise show, but anyway, he went to look at this coffee machine one, and they're like, and he's like, well, I could just do them on my own. I could go buy used coffee machines. They're all, on Kijiji. And they're like, oh, no, you can't do that. They got to be brand new. Oh, no, you can't do this. You can't do that. But like all the franchises are like that. And Ray's one of those guys that's like, yeah, I can do that. I don't need you for that. I can run a business. I can do this. I can do that. You need our marketing material. I was like, Ray says, I can come up with my marketing material. Look, I've got yours right here. I can just copy it. Oh, no, you can't do that.
So you guys go to these shows to troll them?
Well, it's more like if there was a franchise that was actually a really good idea,
yeah,
we could just steal it. Like that'd have to be a really good reason.
Sean James. Oh. David Evan thinks I look like Sean James.
Yeah, I saw that. And then Campbell
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, it's charisma-wise, absolutely. Honestly, I don't know what that means. I don't know why I said that.
We'll just roll with it, man.
Yeah,
just roll.
Yeah, just meet it halfway. Just meet it in the center.
Hey, you know what, Dennis? I'm looking at the Toronto Boat Show website, and it says at Exhibition Place. So I don't know if it moved because it didn't used to be there.
Last time I went to the show, it was there. And yeah, that would have been back in 2017.
Okay. Weird. Because I know we used to we take the subway right downtown to Union Station, and we just walk over. It was right there, which is not where the exhibition is.
There could be a couple of different shows. They always have the big one, and then they have the small ones, right?
Sure.
I haven't been in years. I gave up on my dream of owning a sailboat, so I stopped going because it was depressing.
Are you eating cheese?
Popcorn. I ate the cheese.
Popcorn. Why didn't you melt the cheese on the popcorn?
Because I didn't make the popcorn.
What?
So there.
Yeah, popcorn, cheese, microwave.
No. No, you need like powdered cheese. Cheese. That cheesy stuff. Cheez-Its, whatever. You sprinkle it on the. Oh, who cares? Never mind. I'm not making any sense. Not making any sense.
So was there no topic tonight, Jess? Was it just a little meet and greet
just a
stream you're doing here?
Just a meet and greet. I will sometimes have a topic that gets completely forgotten about by the time 10 o'clock rolls around anyway. Because Russell has this ability to derail a live stream like you would not believe.
You're putting that on me? Seriously?
Of course I'm going to put that on you. I don't want to take the blame myself.
That's all your fault, right?
Here's an interesting question from Rebel with an O. Which came first, the Solo Stove or the Bush Buddy?
What?
I don't know, but I feel a Google search coming on.
You trying to derail this conversation?
Aren't they pretty much almost the same stove? It's like they're both the round.
They're very similar.
Stoves, right?
They're very, very similar.
Have you been using your kid stove?
I love it. I wish I'd had the money for the titanium.
Yeah, titanium and the cold rolled work exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, no difference except for the weight.
Yeah, I do love it. And I wonder how much less weight the titanium offers, really.
640 grams versus 280 grams or 260.
Okay, that's noticeable, actually.
Yeah, yeah. You can if I handled enough of them here this past weekend at the
Yeah.
show, right, and showing people a comparison of weights.
Mm-hmm.
Both the stainless steel and the cold rolled steel are the same weight, and then there's a noticeable difference. But if you only have the cold rolled steel, that's the only weight you have to worry about, right?
I have whatever was sort of the entry level.
Yeah, that's the cold rolled. That's
the
the
cold rolled?
basic.
Yeah.
Did you get the one with the door?
No.
No, so you got just the basic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that one comes in a little well, obviously it comes a little less because it's got 2 less straps and doesn't have the door.
Right. I think it's a great stove. I really do. They've got some other kind of interesting products now as well. Like, don't they have a reflector oven or something?
Yeah, their reflector oven's awesome.
Yeah.
And they now have titanium pots, 750 and 1100 mil,
Oh, really?
which are really nice.
Titanium is way beyond my.
Yeah. Well, the small one's like 78. I think the big one's like $98.
Oh, really?
But they're good. I think they're far better than the Tokes brand that you can buy.
Mm-hmm.
Their lids actually fit and stay on.
Mm.
Right.
Oh. Okay. This is what next week's live stream is going to be about. Outdoor gear that you regret buying. I cannot forget this because as we were talking about that, you reminded me of a stove that I have that I deeply regret owning.
Yeah.
It's been in some of my videos. It's called a I don't remember, but it's one of these sort of high-techy things. It's got like a little USB so you can plug in your phone, and it's got a Stirling engine in it so that as it burns, it powers up a battery. It takes forever because the concept is great, but the whatever.
Yeah.
What the hell's it called?
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. It's got the fan to blow your fire, right?
It's supposed to make it smokeless. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that called?
Oh, I don't remember. But I deeply regret buying it.
Oh man.
What are you showing off there, Russell? Is that
I'm
a
drawing
new
a
tripod?
blank right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Rebel with the nose asking what pots do the Bears use? I think they just use old MSR pots.
Well, MSR is a pretty solid brand.
Yeah, stainless steel.
Oh, Fox had answered Rebel's question. Bush Buddy was first, Solo Stove ripped them off. Doesn't one of those have a Canadian connection?
Not sure.
I'm gonna do some serious. Thank you, Shine On. Hi, by the way, BioLite.
The BioLite. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. You know what? I feel about that the same way I'd probably feel about a what are they called there? Oh shit! I just had it in my head. Those the pots that go on that specific jet boil. I've never or a Kelly kettle.
I would love a Kelly kettle though. I want to see if that thing works as well as it does.
Yeah, but it's so big and bulky.
Yeah. I mean, if I was to buy one, it would be the Scout, which is the smallest one. But that would still be...
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I would throw in the bottom of a canoe rather than try to pack... Like if I'm doing a 5-kilometer march into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or if I'm doing car camping. Because you're right. It's not as easily packable. You know, like you got one of those, the Primus or Primus, whatever. Swedish.
Yeah,
so Primus. The classic, right? It fits inside your Morris pot or whatever you have. Like everything fits inside and it's easy to pack that way. Kelly kettle is not like that.
No.
You know?
And all you're doing with that is boiling water too. That's
Yeah,
all
you're not.
you're.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't use it for cooking a soup or. Well, I guess you could if you're really
No,
ingenious, but I wouldn't want to clean it out after the fact.
no, I would not do that. But
Right?
if you're someone who's dehydrated all your meals, it's not a problem, right?
Yeah.
Except that you still need a pot, right? Or a
Yeah.
bowl or something.
Yeah. That's why I say I don't find them to be, very, very, very. Yeah, I don't know. That just. Yeah. I'm too tired to even think of the word.
I think that context is key with something like that though, because they weren't designed as bushcraft gear, right?
No, true.
They were
Yeah.
designed as like you're a shepherd sitting out there all day. You got a little Kelly kettle to do your your tea and stuff. Russell, so is that a new tripod that you were showing off or what?
Nope. It's an old tripod.
Why is the bag on it?
Actually, I used to have my old camera mounted on it, and I hardly ever used it, so I put a bag over it just to keep the dust off of it. This is going to be a long story. There's really no reason for it sitting here other than the fact that I was doing some work in the cabin, and I had to move it somewhere, and it just ended up right there. And somebody messaged me and thought it was something else. That's why I had to do a tripod reveal.
I'm just checking the side chat here to see if we're missing anything. Rebel says, "Yep, 2 billion," but I'm not sure what he's talking about. What did we mention?
Oh, dog.
I do not know.
2 billion.
Okay, Bush Buddy was Alaskan made. Okay. Does anyone remember the Boy Scout mess kit? I do not. I have no recollection of it.
I was never a boy.
They were made from the finest Alzheimer generating aluminum kits.
Excellent. But Kristen had a Girl Scout one. Yes, that's true, Fox. Kelly kettles do have a pot stand that sits on top. Yes. And yes, Pam, I was talking about the BioLite. Oh, the Solo Stove's net worth is 2 billion. Okay, good to know.
Wow.
2 billion.
Wow.
Well, they make all different sizes too. Eh? Don't they make like a big unit that you could have campfires on your patio with?
We're about to find out.
Go to a website called Good to Go Co. Good to number 2 Go Co.
Good to go.
And they have their full line of Solo stoves on there.
Okay. Because I just went to solostove.com, and you're right. There's like fire pits. There's a pizza oven. Hello.
That's for 2 billion. Evaluation. I mean, they got to be doing sales of a lot more than that. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Camp stoves, patio heater.
Have you seen the prices of them?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have to have the sales. They don't have like one stove there worth $10 billion, right? We sold a stove for $10 billion. That's why our net worth is.
Right.
Sorry, I'm not.
Well, solo stove means they only had to sell one stove. $2 billion stove.
I can just see that the interviewer is like, "You haven't actually sold anything, so why is your evaluation at $2 billion?
We sold
You
a
have to
stove.
sell the one
Dragon's Den.
stove, though, right? Right? Can't argue with that logic."
Like
Elon
their
Musk would
Yukon
buy that.
Essential, $914.99.
Oh, now here's a question: do they have a solar stove? Because I'd buy that.
Let's see.
I'm guessing they don't.
I'm also guessing that they don't.
I want to make one.
Ooh, they got a $10 off coupon for the Solo stove.
A whole $10 off.
Yeah, off of
A $10 billion stove.
manufacturer suggested retail $1,414.99.
That is a bloated pricing model. Pam says the solo stove bonfire reminds me of a washing machine tub fire pit. Me too.
Right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
But it's funny because they're little. What's it called? The Mesa. Let me go back to the. They've got like this little sort of tabletop stove that looks beautiful. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's called the Mesa.
Solo stove by Solo Stove.
Yeah, it's like just a little tabletop heater. The thing is, I wouldn't buy it. I think it looks really great, but I wouldn't buy it.
Right.
And that's the thing. I don't like. There's a lot of
Oh
stuff
yeah, I see
that
it here. Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff like this that I like but would not necessarily buy because wow, it's really attractive is one thing, but it's not going on my table, right? Like the context is wrong for me. I think Dennis just disappeared on us. He abandoned us, Russell. Oh, he's back.
Oh, just saying goodnight to the missus.
Oh, did you get a kiss?
Yeah, I did. Big sloppy one. Wait. Oh God, I got foot room. The dog went upstairs up there. Thank God. Every time I do a show, the dog sits right underneath the desk right here, and she's a smaller dog, but she takes up a big footprint, right? So I got no place. You got to sit all weird with the legs bent and cocked all back and to the side.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was bent all back to the side?
And my legs.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy,
Well,
boy. Easy.
That would have gotten kind of awkward fast.
Something like that there.
Right.
She just.
I'm taking note of what I said about for next week about it being an episode on the bush gear you regret buying.
Does that have to be bush gear?
Well, it could be camping gear of any sort. I mean, you could really stretch it for off-grid gear, I guess.
I guess you could start off by just doing like bushcraft gear and then expand it to camping gear and then expand it to eventually expand it to whatever you bought in your house.
Right.
Just been a complete waste. Although, and as a corollary to that, I bought stuff that I never use, but I love it. It's like that big, huge honking saw that I'll probably never use. I love that thing. I would buy it again in a second.
Yeah.
What kind of saw?
It's a
lumberjack saw.
Pretty much, yeah. Like you could actually use it to cut down trees or.
Oh, okay.
It's a big honking long thing. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It doesn't even have the hole in the blade for that second handle.
Yeah, so 2-person.
Yeah.
Somebody could get it on the other end and push pull.
Yeah.
Do you want to see it, Dennis?
Yeah, go get it. Go get it. I love.
I moved it today because I was doing stuff.
I thought he was talking about maybe like one of those silky saws or something.
No. He's got a silky. I have a silky as well.
Yeah.
Do you have a silky?
I got 2. I got the Gom Boy and the Big Boy.
Oh, you got the big boy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
those. Those things are pretty cool, man.
I have got to get one of those.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to use it. But, well, I mean, I have stuff that I bought that I'll never use and it's sitting in a box somewhere. But this, even though I'll probably never use this, it's going to hang on the wall and it's going to be beautiful forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that you can do that with. It's a piece of art, right?
Oh yeah.
Didn't some guy use that on that Alone show? He brought for his saw. He brought one of those. Seriously.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah. He was the one guy. He was wanting to build himself a nice cabin or something, and that's the saw to do it with.
Oh yeah, I love that thing.
Try it out on one of those cabinets there, Russell.
A little show and tell.
It keeps
Dennis
it in
still
the
has
kitchen.
Well, it's I had to move it
Wait,
today
you
because it was
keep
in
that
my
in the
way.
kitchen to cut your salami or what?
No, just the bread.
David is asking about a YouTube channel you regret subscribing to, but I don't know if we should really have that conversation in public. You know,
We at least not with. Yep. Well, I mean, you can just unsubscribe, right?
yeah, there is a lot of channels I've unsubscribed to. I'm very, very context driven when it comes to. Oh no, I'm out of whiskey.
That was two different concepts, right?
Now I'm out of whiskey. Hold on. Someone said something. Oh yeah, Pam says that you should get someone with a laser to etch Raspberry Rock across that.
That's not a bad idea. Although, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'd love to. I wish it was easier to make merch like that. You know, put your brand on it and then sell it, shipping and all that. I wish it was easier to do that, but it's a pain in the ass.
Expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta grab yourself one of those laser machines off of Amazon there.
Oh, dude,
that's-
you know what? I know you're just
that's-
being a brat, but I would love one of those machines.
Yeah.
That's-
no,
that's
I'm not
the
being a
easy-
brat.
That's the easy part, though.
I'd like to have one.
I'd like to have one as well. Like every time I restore an axe, I would etch my own logo into the haft.
Yeah.
Laser.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Something
you're
else
saying
I'd like
laser
to
on-
get is an X carve. You ever seen those? They're like a small CNC milling machine.
Okay.
They're pretty cool. You buy them, you assemble them yourself, and then you can do all kinds of like sign carving and stuff like that.
Huh.
On a smaller scale, though.
Did you say a laser engraver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not out of the world expensive, are they?
No.
No, they're not.
$1,000
Actually,
bucks?
some buddies at Kid Products, they label all their own ferro rods when they sell them. The wooden handles on them.
Yep.
They laser burn their names into them.
Cool.
With a little desktop machine like that?
Yep. Yep. Fill the house with smoke.
Yeah. In fact, it's funny. Pam knows exactly what you're saying. The hard part of the laser is the fumes that it makes and the venting that is needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Homie says, that's stuff. You know, it's funny. Rebel with an O, I think, is talking to me to say start with the branding iron, and you're right. At one point, I was pricing out like a custom branding iron, and then I just got distracted by life. But that would be a good place to start for what I'm looking to.
Hold on. Yeah, David's absolutely right. It's a canoe hound. Is that a coin? What is it?
It's done in reverse, so I could stamp it into leather. It's just an aluminum stamp.
Neat.
Hard to see here. Not getting
I do.
detail.
So there's a company that'll just do that for you if you give them a logo?
I got a buddy of mine here in Ontario that he works in a milling shop, and he made it up for me. He did me a nice brass one too, a big brass one, and I got to finish off with some black paint in there and stuff to fill in all the voids. Should be pretty neat. But this here I got for when I start doing my leather working.
Yeah, the aluminium would be good for leather, but not as a branding iron. It would probably
No. It was supposed to be something I could use as a small brand, but I got that for whatever reason. It doesn't matter.
How do you make a branding iron? Is it like a fabricator has to do that?
You know, he has he works at a place they have industrial milling machines, and this one here I guess is 3D CNC fancy milling machine or something.
All these things that would be awesome.
So many cool things.
Yeah, all these things that just keep stacking up and up.
But you have a plan for that one, though, right? You know, because you're going to start doing leather work.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan.
Like what I hate is just building up stuff and it just sits there forever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I gotta off gas that.
Cool.
I think I'm going to be probably having my own little Facebook marketplace pretty soon. I'm going to be going through all my gear, and I'm going to be getting rid of some stuff, and I'm going to be donating some stuff to local scout groups. I got a few tents that I don't that are brand new that I don't even use.
Really?
Yeah.
What size?
I got a 4-man. I got a 2-man. I got a 4-season winter camping cold tent. That's probably about 20 years old, and it's been used 3 times. It's like brand new.
Hmm.
So
I have a Columbia 6-man tent.
yeah.
Heavy as hell. It's been in a couple of my videos. My daughter and I camp in it. One of my viewers who is not here right now, when he came to Canada, he came from Sweden to visit family, and we met up in Ottawa because he was going to Toronto, and he gifted me a Hubba Hubba,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. And because of that, I will probably never use the Columbia 6-person again, except my daughter hates it because it's too small.
Oh, she wants the room to roam.
She wants the room to roam, but I don't want another 6-person tent, so I'm thinking like a 4-person is probably the way to go.
Hubba hubba.
Yeah.
I don't even want a tent. I sleep in a hammock.
Well, I slept in a hammock at Russell's place. I'm not sold on it, but I realized I read the because Dennis, you and I have the exact same hammock, don't we? The Expedition asymmetrical zip.
Yep.
After that weekend, I realized I had been clipping in the my heating pad because I have the Hennessy branded one.
Okay, yeah.
It's no great shape.
Didn't I tell you it was crap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm not sure because I realized that I'd had it in backwards. So I want to sort of take it out for another weekend and give it another chance. But yeah, I did not like that heating pad at all.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
They make
Yeah,
an
you
underquilt.
might as well get one of those things you put in the windshield of your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they make an underquilt for that tent as well.
An underquilt. You know, I've got I use a Thermarest Scout in mine.
Thermarest Scout.
Thermarest Scout. I've told you that one before.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smaller. It's I think the large size, but they're a smaller Thermarest,
Mm-hmm.
and it fits in there perfect. And for me, it works perfectly, right? But I also do have the underquilts.
You also have
If you just want a summer underquilt, look at the One Tigress one or One Wind. One Wind has a pretty good one for really reasonable price.
Okay, and I can just buy an underquilt. It doesn't have to be sized for our specific.
They're somewhat adjustable. Heck, I just bought this winter. I bought one of the little house of hammocks, minus 40-degree
Too expensive
downfill
for me.
Yeah, well, I saved a few years for that one, but
Okay.
there again, it's adjustable, right? So
Okay. Because like I'm not looking for something to camp in February with, but I might be looking for something to camp. What? Okay, start again. But I am looking for something to camp in like maybe October with, September,
Yeah.
October.
yeah, one of those One Tigress ones or the One Wind ones will suit you perfectly fine.
Okay. I mean, I've heard of One Tiger. I mean, everyone's heard of One Tigress, right? Those guys
Yeah.
are so aggressive. But I've never heard of One Wind. I'm
No.
gonna take a look at that.
Look them up. One Wind, and they actually have a down-filled one. I don't think it's goose fill. I think it's just duck fill. But it would do you. The only thing that you can't do with your hammock is you can't, the 2 cords on the sides to pull out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use them. So your hammock will close in on you a bit,
Okay.
but it just adds to the comfort because then you're nestled within your underquilt. So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
quite comfortable.
I wish I could set that thing up in my backyard just to practice with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would.
Did you get the correct lay? Like, did you lay at the angle, like at almost a 45?
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I really did try to,
As
but
long as you're convinced.
well, because I think having my stupid under pad in backwards really affected my enjoyment. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
get it to. It just
And it's noisy and it gathers and yeah, it bunches up.
it's
Yeah,
noisy and
I
it
know, I
bunches up.
know. I had one when I first bought my thing, and I sent it back to them and said, "This thing is crap," and they give me my money back right away.
I should have done that.
Yeah. No, you can still use it
Boom.
in the
Boom.
windshield of your car.
Something you spent money on that you regret.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's make a list.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make a list. I have stuff, man. I have stuff, and I'm loving this concept for next week.
Yeah, most of your clothes.
See, first of all, I didn't buy most of my clothes. My wife did
Sorry.
to stop
I
me
didn't
from
mean
wearing
that.
stuff with holes in it.
I didn't mean that
Second
the way
of
it
all,
sounded.
why you gonna be hating?
Why do you got to do me dirty?
Why you
No,
gonna
I
do me
love
dirty?
your, I love your comfy pants in your
In
your
my
member-only
members video.
Yeah, they were rocking. They were.
Yeah, I watched
I'm not
your
even.
video
I'm not
series
even
there, Jeff, on
joking.
your trip to Russell's. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta do that again. I definitely gotta do that again.
Where'd you camp out? On the other side of his pond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
I thought, let's talk about that for a second. I thought the way Jess talks most of the time is like, oh, I got to get back in the wilderness. I got to get back into the wilderness. I got to get away from. So I thought when Jess gets here, he's going to be like, okay, see ya. And across the property, because there's you can go a kilometer in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
And not see anything for days.
I spent a lot of time exploring for the next time I'm there.
And he's like, oh, that place over there across the pond, that looks good.
It's a really nice place because you're just nestled in enough that if the breeze picks up, you're not being, well, I was kind of blown around a little bit, but it's very picturesque.
Picturesque?
Picturesque, picturesque.
It's just
go with it.
picturesque.
Picturesque. Picturesque. But I wasn't afraid to light a fire. I wasn't, because remember, it hadn't rained a whole lot, right? So I had this fear of being under the trees. And of course, a pine forest or a spruce forest or whatever is just a candlewick waiting to go if you're in dry. So what was nice about there was I could put the fire out on the rock. And I had a hard time finding anywhere else where I could just sort of put the fire out on the rock.
It was a beautiful spot. It really was a beautiful spot. I mean, it is a beautiful spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Apparently, David says we should go till midnight. Why? Oh, because it's
this
11.
guy ain't gonna make it to midnight.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it to midnight either. I'll keep going a little longer if you want. Shine On says the Hubba Hubba with the DAC aluminum poles was excellent before they switched to Easton fiberglass. I do believe that the poles on mine are aluminum as well. It's an old model, and it's like a color, what they now call a colorway, but I would not. It's apparently a color that was not available in North America, but I don't know about that. It's an old one, but such a great little tent. Such a great little
Actually,
tent.
the Hubba Hubbas, people look for those too, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky to have it because there's no way. Like you can buy brand new ones, right, with the use in the fiberglass and all that stuff. It's about a $600 tent new. For a 2-person tent. Well, it's funny I say that like, oh, that's so expensive, but let's face it, guys. In outdoor gear, that's not totally beyond the pale, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
The tent I liked when I used my tents were it was the Eureka El Capitan 2.
Eureka.
Yeah. I used that thing for like, oh God, 20 years.
Yeah.
And towards the end, it just started really showing its age. All the seam tape started coming off on the inside of the fly and stuff.
Well, here's the thing, though. You used it for 20 years.
Yeah, it owes me nothing.
Right? So it did the
that's
job.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's what I have too as a Eureka tent. I love the thing. I love the little vestibule, even though it's not inside. Great for putting your boots there. And
Yeah,
I
I've
know- I
looked
see
at
there's a-
Eureka stuff and some really cool stuff.
Sorry, there's a bunch of
wonder if they
different
still
designs.
make
The one I
that.
have has a little vestibule.
Do you know which model yours is, Russell?
Off the top of my head, I don't. But the first picture that came up on the Google image search looks pretty similar to. Actually, you know what? Might have to look for a while. The Suma 2 actually looks really close.
No.
Huh. They still do. They still make the El Capitan too. Amazing.
No. I think a good tent, like a well-designed tent, is a really cool purchase. Like I would like to find a 4-person tent that is as good. Like just not only in terms of like robustness, but in terms of ease of setup, as my little hubba hubba. Because I can see, especially now that my daughter's almost as tall as I am, she's like 5'3" now. I could see that little tent getting kind of tight. Know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I bought her a small, like a kid's tent for Christmas last year. So like we'll probably just set up our 2 little tents, but I don't even know if she's gonna outgrow that little tent like Quickie Frisco, right?
Yeah.
But I know that I don't want another 6-person tent. I mean, the palatial amount of space you have inside of those, yeah, I get it. It's great. It's terrific. I don't care. I don't want the weight. Now, granted, my Columbia, it was like a $180 tent, right? So we're not talking about lightweight materials, and we're talking, it must be 30 years old, right? So we're not talking about fiberglass. We're not talking about. Actually, the poles are fiberglass, but like, whatever. It's a very heavy tent. I don't know if they're fiberglass. I think they are. But like, we're not talking about carbon fiber poles and all that kind of stuff, right? I think that a 4-person tent is the size that we would probably want. But if I'm camping alone, my little hubba hubba is perfect.
Mm.
Come on. I would like to know, because why not just jump from subject to subject like I'm a freaking squirrel? I would like to know who the hell comes up with what a 6-man tent is, because that is not a 6-person tent. You can't fit. I mean, you can fit 6 people in if you're stacking them like cordwood.
They're made in China, so does that say anything?
Maybe, I don't know. I just
6 tiny Chinese people, right?
or like it's 6 people, like it's just the room for 6 people rather than 6 people comfortably.
Well, not everybody sleeps like this, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like to me, a 6-person tent should probably be called a 4-person tent.
My El Capitan is a 2-man tent, and it comfortably sleeps 1 person.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, same thing with my hubba hubba. That's a 2-man tent. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Hold on a sec. I just want to. Hold on. People were.
Pam, 6-person tent. I don't like any 6 people to sleep like that.
Yeah, come on. Hold on. Ah, Pam's got a hammock stand for the back porch. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love something like that. Linda says Malbec wine rolls. Okay, so we know that she's not having the tisane tonight. What the hell's tisane in English? Herbal tea? She's usually having licorice tea. Okay. Country Boy says that I should go west and do a camping trip with Paul Bakima and them. and him. Yeah, I would love to see Paul Bakima in person. I think he's a great guy. I get along well with him, like just in the online sense. He camps in some of the spaces I used to camp when I was living part time out in BC. Yeah. Hold on a second. Rebel says 2-person Agnes tent, good with 2 Jack Russells, like a big Agnes. There are so many really cool tent companies out there, man. Like so many. Like those big Agnes, like man, there's something. There's some, you can find something to love at the Big Agnes site. You can find something to love at the Eureka site. I really like the Eureka designs, like everything from the way their tents are built to just their graphic design, like the way they present the tents. I think is really classy. So many cool things.
Tungsten 4.
Pam B says that they had a cheapo Coleman cabin tent, but ended up opting for a wall tent that we could just leave up on the property. Yeah, I think the tent that is like my bucket list tent that I keep thinking I'll buy next year is the classic 2 Esker, I think, right? It's an Esker that they sell at the Canadian Outdoor
I
Equipment
might
Company.
be selling mine, my 10 by 10, eh?
Why would you sell yours?
Because I just bought. And here I'm going to share the screen.
Am I going to die over this?
You might have along. Right. Where is it? There we go. I just bought this.
Can you share or do I have to share?
You would have to share it. Well, I shared it, but.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I picked that up last month. Well, we went winter camping this year. My buddies there from Kid Products bought this, but they bought the bigger one. I think I got the 3-yard or the 13-foot. They bought the 18-footer.
Okay.
And incredible tent inside. Given the price, and it's a fraction of the cost of a. Mind you, I'm not taking this in the backcountry like I would my Esker.
Right.
But this is I have another tent that I can use in the backcountry. So.
And it's just the classic or the classic 2?
It's the classic. So where are we here? That's
wait.
Wood stove for that?
There. Yeah. It's got a stove jack in it.
But it doesn't come with a stove. So.
No, it doesn't come with a stove.
But the Esker doesn't come with a stove either, right? You have to buy the stove separate.
You already have the stove, though, right, Dennis?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I could use the same stove in this that I use in my other tent as well.
Do they make a 10-foot?
They do, actually. Do they have their sizing layouts? I'd have to play the video. They'll have it on the video.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it later.
Yeah.
Did you buy that from Amazon?
Yeah. Right. Actually, this says there you last purchased this on February 14th. And you can't beat that price.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And it comes with a floor that can zip in or zip out.
Right.
It's got 2 stove jacks. Well, one stove jack and one that looks like a stove jack. That's actually just so you can run a extension cord in it or something.
Okay.
You can drop the sidewall of it here. This whole sidewall can come off to make
so that
like
you
that.
just have okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
There's the stove jack there. So,
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Shine On says the Marmot Tungsten 4. Also really cool stuff. I have a Marmot sleeping bag. I would like a straight up winter, like down to -40 sleeping bag. But it seems that they cost more than that tent you just bought.
Yeah.
What would you do with a sleeping bag like that, Jess?
Sleep.
Outside in your backyard?
No, I want to
Come
do some
on, is the
winter
wife
camping.
really that frigid? Oh.
Oh, Dennis. We don't go there, Dennis. That's hilarious. Jess is like, that's a great beat. You just dissed my wife, but that's a great beat.
I'm just trying to get past the trauma. Oh, David just bought a blended Scotch whiskey. I also have blended Scotch. But how did you come across that, Dennis?
I don't hear anything.
No, I didn't put the volume on. That's my grandkid, man. He's learning how to rock out pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
My dad was a drummer back in the day. I was over 30 when I found that out. I'd always thought he was a guitar player.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? That's how I found that tent?
Yeah.
I told you, my buddies there from Kid Products, they picked up the 18-foot version.
Okay, so you discovered that tent through them buying the 18-foot version.
Yeah,
Okay.
So me being the gearhead I am, had to go check it out, and then I seen that price on it, and I go, I gotta buy it.
Yeah.
I
So-
gotta buy it.
Has it arrived yet?
Oh, yeah.
How's the quality look for that kind of price?
It's actually a really nice quality canvas. It's it's like offshore, right?
Yeah.
Offshore. That's all I can say.
For that kind of price, absolutely. That's exactly what I was expecting.
You know, it's like if you buy yourself the Esker, you're looking $1,400 Canadian. It's like more than double that price of that thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, like I say, I might sell the Esker. I got a few things I got. I might even be selling my my Swift canoe because I got a new Novacraft coming.
Really?
Well, they're my sponsor. I can't paddle a competition's in my videos,
enough.
right? I gotta represent.
Why don't you have a canoe sponsor, Jess?
Because I'm not. Look at what Dennis does every week. Look what I do every week. It's okay. Once my kids are self-propelled, I'll be.
Dennis
I'll
is
bring my game up.
Dennis is a hero, a
Dennis
true
is a hero.
canoe hero.
Is your Swift a prospector?
Yeah.
Is it a 13? 16?
No, it's the 14-foot pack.
Oh, it's a pack boat.
It's a 14-foot prospector pack.
Okay.
So you're sitting on the floor with like in a kayak seat.
Mm-hmm. I think I even knew that, but I'd forgotten.
Yeah. I'll be kind of sad the day it goes though, because it is a nice paddling canoe. But
yeah, but hey, those Novacrafts are nice too. They're a lot more traditional, I find, than the Swift. But that's not necessarily a bad thing either.
Yeah, well, you know what? I want to get back into the single blade for solo paddling rather than the. Well, I would still bring. You know what? I would still bring a tandem paddle or like a double blade.
Really?
For the big lake crossings and stuff, when you got to get somewhere quick, you can't beat it, right? Or if you're battling a headwind, can't beat it.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, excuse me, is here.
Yeah.
Just dropping in to say hi. But yeah, so it sounds like you're gonna be off gassing some stuff. If I lived a lot closer, I'd be like driving over to say, "Okay, show me what you're gonna let go of."
I ship. we can ship.
Oh, Pam's out.
Yeah.
Good night, Pam.
Pam.
Night, Pam. See you
Good night,
later.
Pam. Like, what makes you decide that it's time to switch? Like, okay, so the Kid Products guys bought that tent. Oh, you're a gear hound. I'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you know what I'll be 100% honest with the Esker. It's a pain in the ass to set up. Once it's set up, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's perfect for two guys. I camp usually with 2 or 3 guys.
Oh.
Right. So the little bit extra space that this other tent will offer
Mm-hmm.
will be good for like the front country winter camping.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas the Esker I could take into the back country because it folds into like a bag, like
Yeah.
like double basketball, right? But I also have my one Tigris tent that I could use in the back country if I needed to, and it's ultra light. So.
But that's not a canvas tent though, is it?
No, that's a nylon tent. So you get some sweating inside of it. It's not breathable like the cotton canvas.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I said I'm gonna sell it. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily gonna sell it,
Yeah.
right?
Now, and the only difference between the Classic and the Classic 2 is the angle for the pipe
door.
coming in for the stove,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, the door going in.
And the door. Okay.
Yeah, the door on this one here is kind of comes down at an angle and then down. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
But I mean, you've used it for a while and it hasn't really given you problems.
I've used it twice.
Oh, you used it twice.
It's been I've had it set up twice. It's brand new still. Like I take it home, I bring it to my shop. I hang it from the ceiling in my shop,
Yeah.
and or in my bay, and let it dry right out, and packed it away. It doesn't even have like there's not even a soot stain or nothing from the stove, or it's perfect shape.
Huh. That's interesting to know.
But you know what, fellas, I got to turn in, man.
All right. Have
I've
yourself
been
a
up
good night.
since 5 this morning, so I'm feeling kind of pooped.
I know how it feels, man. I've been up since at least 6:30.
Yeah, at least.
My alarm went off at 6:30, but I was still so wrecked for my weekend that I hit the snooze. 9 more minutes. But if I let it go.
Thanks for having me on, Jess. Appreciate it. Good seeing you boys. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Good night, Dennis. Good to see you again.
And everybody over there in the chat, we'll catch you all later. Talk soon.
See you soon, Dennis. That guy's got some cool stuff.
That conversation was way too tense.
Oh my leg. It took me a second. I was like, what are you... Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
I hope Dennis was still watching for that.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
But yeah, it's I really want to try winter camping, but I fear spending all the money and hating the winter camping, because it's expensive to get into winter camping.
Well, there's winter camping and there's winter camping. It seems to me there's two flavors of winter camping. One is where you go and you brave the elements and you sleep in frigid conditions and try to survive. The other one is where you take a tent and try and a wood stove and you try and make it so that's not like winter conditions.
That's what I want to do. Like the canvas tent, like he's got the stove. Like I don't want a cold tent. I'm 50, dude. I'm gonna be 51 this year. I'm not cold tenting.
You look way older.
Well, it's just because I'm tired for the weekend. Usually, boyish good looks. Yeah.
So so you want a tent so you can go out in the wintertime and not be in winter.
Everyone in the side chat is reacting to your 210s comment. Oh, and good. Canoe Hound, Dennis heard it. Okay.
I wasn't even saving that up. That was just off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Excuse me says it's a crazy busy night taping up a window. Need to fix the window ledge because it cracked during a small tremor.
Tremor.
A small tremor cracked your window ledge? That doesn't sound like a small tremor to me. In Montreal, we have small tremors. Like, I've slept through all of them, even though no one else seems to ever sleep through them. Kristen says, I use the travel trailer. So comfy. I turned 57 yesterday and can't do the tent thing anymore. Yeah, I remember that you have a travel trailer.
Man, I've turned 53 and I can barely put my pants on anymore.
Well, the nice thing about living alone is you don't have to put your pants on.
I tell you what, I actually did. I was working on a project today, wearing my comfy pants and thinking, if Jess can cook steaks in his comfy pants, then I can, do this project. Yeah. In fact, I even left my sandals on, even though I was cutting wood and sawdust was flying everywhere. But you know what? You got to be comfy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, David Wood is turning 62 next week. Maybe we should buy him a knife for his birthday. Except he's already bought all the knives.
Did you say David Wood?
David Evans, sorry. Because Wood, whatever.
Oh, it makes total sense. Yeah. Wood.
Because you were doing something with sawdust. I'm too tired. Why am I still live streaming? It's 11:22. We're going to go to 11:30.
Sure.
It'll take me that long to finish this little tiny bit of whiskey.
It's I think David wants to join us here. Let me send him a link.
David Wood also happens to be the name of my guitar player.
Oh. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Did you invite David on?
No, I sent him a link.
For like 8 minutes? 7 minutes?
Kind of like when you said you were going to invite me, but you just sent me a link.
But you don't need a link. Wait, do you suddenly need a link?
No. A link is not an invitation, though.
You're such a brat. Since when do you need an invitation to show up on my live streams?
Well, sometimes I don't know. Do you want me to join you or not? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm imposing because I'm always on your stupid live stream.
Hey, I was on your live stream last week, but it wasn't like a Books Fest. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I believe I specifically invited you to do that.
Just to test the technology. It wasn't because you wanted me to be, entertaining your guests or your subs or anything.
Sure.
It's the end of a whiskey. I would pour another one, but we've only gotten Ian is standing up for me. It's not a stupid live stream. No, you're right. It's not a stupid live stream. Actually, the Russell and Jesse show can turn into a stupid live stream like that. But I think we've been pretty good.
Like an hour ago.
like 5 minutes in. All right, I'm switching the whiskey up because I don't want to finish the blue without Al around.
But you know what, though? If David's going to join us in a minute, he's got some blue now.
Oh, piss. But I poured the Ardnamurchan.
Oh, piss. Piss on a bucket.
Piss on a biscuit. Ian said it's not stupid, but it is a hoot. Fair enough. It's a hoot. That's like an old time thing to say. It's a hoot. My dad says that things are a hoot. I caught myself saying that recently and think, oh man, I'd be turning old.
I've heard some things from my teenage years or maybe younger, and I think, oh my God, we really actually used to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, "Dadoy." We used to say that all the time.
Really?
Or grab half a brain. We used to say that.
I'll tell you something. In French Canada, I think regionalism is a thing because we never said anything like that here. But I've just blanked on the things we used to say. Oh well, never mind.
Grab a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab a brain was a.
But like I remember visiting, being in North Vancouver, and everyone was saying that thing that oh man, that is so choice, and there was no way in hell someone who spoke Montreal English would ever call something choice. Like no, forget about it. In the Weblords told some of his developers today that the first stereo he installed in a car was an 8-track. I have dark memories of the 8-track era. Yeah.
We had Neil Diamond 8-tracks.
Yeah.
Wait. Why dark memories?
It was a shitty time of life.
Okay.
But I feel that, like, you know how sometimes you see a technology and you know that something better is going to come along? The 8-track was that. CDs were that as well. Like, CDs and DVDs. I'm like, yeah, I'm buying these, but someday something better is going to come.
8-track. I don't even know what that technology was. Was it a ribbon?
Yeah.
Tape.
Big honkin', big freaking cartridge.
Okay.
Big honking cartridge. Rebel with an O says that it's old age hour. I think it's because we're reminiscing.
It's funny how in the grand scheme of things, the whole tape or ribbon thing was such a brief period of time.
Yeah. Shotgun P Master Dave.
Nice.
His longliness. Yikes. That's awkward.
I'm used to awkward with Russell.
Fair enough.
What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What?
We're talking about you, Russell.
I have to adjust my lighting. I'll be right back. Oh,
okay.
How's that? Is that
Perfect.
better?
Perfect.
Now, when he said he's going to be right back, he means like now.
I'm going to be now back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have earbuds, but anyway, this is what you get.
Where are your earbuds?
Ian the Weblord says, P Master, beer in, beer out.
Yeah, but that about sums up my life at 62. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beer in, beer out.
Speaking of which, I'm going to see Man About a Hearse. I'll be right back.
Okay. David's going to be funny for a minute.
Yeah, I can tell you a good story. Oh, well, God. I can tell you a story about...
I'll wait till he's back. For land's sakes, I'll be right back.
I got a funny story.
I was giving the floor to David.
Florida. And we're driving up the... I think I'm not sure what highway we're on. Some interstate. Anyway, I've been driving 2 or 3 hours. We pull in. And got to get gas and get lunch. And Pam looks at the tire and says, "Oh, that front tire kind of looks soft." I go, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about it." And I go in, pay for the gas. I come out, the car's gone, and Pam's taking it over to the air station. And I walk over, and now the tire's flat. Pam put her money into the air machine, and she's trying to fill the tire. And she's pushing against the valve. There's no air coming out. She put the wrong change in. And now all the air came out of the tire. Sorry, you had to be there. I have pictures. I have video. Anyway.
Pictures, I have video.
Yeah. I'm trying to do a good thing. So it turned out the air machine wasn't working. I'm walking around the parking lot going, "Oh, do you have a portable air pump? Do you have a portable air pump?" An hour and a half later, I find these.
Oh, you muted yourself. You muted yourself. You muted yourself. You muted yourself somehow. I can't even imagine how you did it. There. Okay. Oh, I see. So I didn't hear anything after an hour later.
So an hour later, I walking around the parking lot, going to every stranger I don't know, and saying, "Do you have a portable air pump?" And nope. Finally, I realized after another hour, oh, we got AAA or CAA. I can call them, and that took them another hour. So we were essentially stuck there for about 3 hours with a flat tire.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a portable air pump here that's worked maybe 5 times, and then it stopped working. So it's sitting here, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck's wrong with it.
Well, I seen this thing that you carry in your videos all the time. It's a portable air pump charger car jumper, and I'm thinking that's what I want to get next time we drive to Florida or anywhere long distance. I want to bring that with me. With us.
Those things are amazing.
Yeah.
It's Stanley, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure where mine is right now, but
I have an air pump. I use on the tires every now and again.
Yeah.
I bought it because we had a tire with a slow leak.
Yeah.
But
in fact, I got this one right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's worse.
yeah, you don't want to backlight yourself.
No, I know that's worse. That's worse.
Great little unit.
Yeah.
When it worked.
That's better.
What is this? Wow, weird.
That's better.
I guess the whole thing is magnetic because this $2 coin sticks to it.
Okay, that's weird.
But it just completely stopped working.
That's also weird.
Although the light did used to come on. Shit burglars. Anyway, it was pissed me off.
Wow. Kristen and Ian were both like, Jess is going for more cheese. I did, in fact, buy cheese. Get some cheese while I was upstairs. Carol bought one of those at something called QVC. What's a QVC?
Oh, that's the lady who's on Shark Tank. It's an online buying forum.
Right. It's a
Lori somebody.
Yeah. What was it? No, the TV shopping channel thing. Right? That's where
Shop QVC for today's value and top brands.
Yeah.
Okay. Quality, Value, Convenience is an American free-to-air television network and flagship shopping channel specializing in blah, blah, blah.
The shopping channel, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Grace Martin said, I got one for Christmas, but I really wanted a new sleeping bag. My wife bought me my sleeping bag. It's good to, I think it's good down to 0 or something.
Hey, be entertaining for a minute.
I'll work on it. Campbell said CTC had a decent model, probably of that of an air compressor or whatever. Last month picked up 3. Why would you get 3?
Stanley's good. The one also has a stem. Tire, whatever.
I bought mine at Canadian Tire. I bought one and it didn't work, and so I bought another one. A different one. Like I took it back and bought a different one.
They didn't replace.
Well, I didn't want the same model. So I got my money back and bought a different model.
Yeah.
You got a weird clicking going on. Oh, now it's gone. Okay. Sounds better. Now, say something, though. Oh no, the sound has gone. Maybe did your earbuds? Okay, your earbuds have died. Maybe gotta plug them in. Oh, Campbell, one for Carolyn's car, one for his truck, and one for camping. Okay. Excuse me. What the heck? Campbell said, wait. It's not showing up yet. Yeah, earbuds. Sorry, guys. Kristen said, I just said that. What you bought them for my husband, Mark. Oh, I see. I think Shotgun Dave is putting in his wired earbuds. My mic is popping too? Really? That's disappointing. So I'm back to having the sound issues. Nope, nothing. Hold on. Wait one little second. Okay, speak. Nope. I just tried to unmute you. Ah, there you are.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, okay. My kids bought these.
Well, whatever you just did.
My kids bought me these AirPod Pros for Christmas, and I've been struggling with them ever since I've had them.
I have AirPod Pros, and I love them because the thing about the non-Pros is that hard plastic, it just doesn't work for my ears. It comes out, so I had to go for the Pros.
My AirPod Pros work great when I go for a walk, and I got my iPad, my iPhone, and I just want to listen to music. But if you want to use it for talking, I don't find it very good.
So, Dave, it sounds like you're still using the mic from the other things you had there, because you're.
I'm on my. It's this. That's better, right? No.
You're being picked up by something else. Anyway, Jess, I was going to say, you've been popping all night long.
Really?
So it's something you got to fix. No, whatever you were playing with was really loud and annoying for a bit there, Dave, and I can't hear you at all now. Can't hear you. Oh, you're muted.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah. So I had my I put the earbuds on the table, but didn't put them in the case. So they were fighting with each other.
Right.
They're still connected.
Yeah. No, I these things are expensive, but they honestly don't work worth shit.
I don't have any problem with mine, but what I do have a problem with is losing the case. And every time you lose the case, that's another $190. So
how do you lose the case? Like, I don't have the Apple thing, but I have my earbuds go in this case. It's this thing. But I just keep it on my desk. I never unplug it here.
But I don't use my earbuds at the desk because I got these big cans, right? And if I'm using the PC to play some sweet gameage, I've got another set of big cans.
So why do you use the cans for this? You don't need like amazing sound. Why don't you just use something like this?
Because it makes me look like a radio DJ, Holmes. Just
kidding.
It's
the microphone. It's not the headphones. It's the microphone.
Yeah, I just use them because this is my setup for music, right? Like this computer, this Mac is set up with these and this just by default. Because when I'm practicing, these are the cans I use.
That microphone makes you look like a porn star.
A porn star. Interesting.
Yeah.
What?
That's an awesome microphone. That is like That is like the most expensive microphone I've ever seen.
I can't believe we just did that.
It's not the most expensive mic I've ever seen, but it's the most expensive mic I own.
We're gonna be like Anna de Aramis.
I don't have a microphone, so I can't do that. Anyway,
Fair enough.
I'm looking for something that I could show, but I don't have any. Oh, hang on. I got.
Sorry.
What is that? Oh, I see. You're doing a microphone as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Like down, boy, down.
I'm disappointed that this mic is popping tonight, though, because I thought we had that dialed in.
You pop every live stream.
Anyway. No. He was good for a couple of live
He
streams.
was, but for the
Hold on
last
a
hour,
second.
it's been.
Mark
last
says, just as Dallas. I know what that reference is from, and I've seen that one.
I know what that reference is from as well, but I keep wanting to say it's a family show, but it's not a family show.
Not when Russell shows up. The family show goes out the window.
Yeah, because of the dysfunctional family show.
Why you gotta blame me?
Because it's funny.
If the shoe fits, wear it. That's what Pam always says.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're going for another 3 minutes for two reasons. A, start again. Okay, guys, we're going for another 3 minutes for two reasons. One, I'm tired as hell. And B, Christ. And two,
You got. All right, I'll get at the Blue Label too if you go to midnight.
I don't. All right, okay. Blue Label it is.
Okay.
I have to open
more
it.
Yeah, you got to open that.
Gotta open it. Open sesame.
And you bought yours at the duty free, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You saved some bucks that way. I keep thinking I got to cross the border just so I can go to the duty free.
Yeah, you have to wait a week.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm gonna mute myself
Why?
on purpose.
We got to hear the popping of the cork. Russell, look where I am.
I blame you.
All right, fair enough. I blame Al.
This is all Al's fault, isn't it?
Yep, completely.
Oop.
Dave hasn't even opened his yet.
I need to figure out how to not get water spots on my glasses.
You drive them
Are
by
we doing
hand.
energetic or
I went way too energetic for.
all right, energetic it is. Okay, that's pretty energetic.
Yeah.
Son of a bee sting. I'm sorry.
Really?
Put it on the ground so it has fewer places to fall.
I got to get this popping under control. I don't know what's going on.
You do. We can test it anytime, of course.
Yeah. What I'm wondering, what I'm wondering is maybe I need to use some contact cleaner in my my interface. Like maybe it's a dirty connection. That looks like a very energetic pour. Although
Well, you said we were doing energetic pours.
I accidentally did an energetic pour.
I
Vanilla,
was conned
Spice.
into the energetic pour.
pepper.
Okay.
Alfred appreciates this.
Are you ready for the opening?
Yeah. Go.
Oh, you okay? This is the first time.
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah.
Watch out for the fizz. Oh, nice. I love the hand action. Oh yeah, lube that thing up.
Hey, stranger.
Oh yes.
Okay. Hi, stranger. All right.
The hell was
What
that?
the hell was that?
Fuck.
Hold on, my speakers. My
All right.
speakers.
I don't have a Glencairn glass because no one sent them to me yet. But I got a glass with the family E on it.
Okay.
But
Did you get the emphasis on no one sent them to me yet? Anyway.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Did you get the emphasis on? Do you want my
I missed
address?
the-
No, sorry.
I missed the emphasis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
So yes, Campbell Off Grid says, "Here comes the shawl." I think he's talking about me. Ian the Weblord says, "Does a dirty connection happen after fondling your mic?" And then
Oh,
Campbell's
no.
asking where the Dr. Pepper is.
Do I keep this thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Al will kill me.
Yeah.
Put it back in the bottle, but eventually
Yeah.
keep the tassel. Apparently,
All right.
not the cork.
All
You
right.
don't have to keep the
Yeah.
cork.
All right.
Sweet. Mark Campbell correctly identified that I'm wearing the shawl.
I
Or
think
unless
he
you're
was
talking
ta-
about Jess's
I
shawl.
think he was
Jess.
talking about me. Are you wearing a
Oh, okay.
shawl? What shawl?
I
are you
am.
wearing? Where?
Well,
Oh my snap! Look at that.
It's
Are
not
you a
Pam's-
real Scotsman?
It's not Pam's quilt. Oh my God, she's going to be offended.
I can't wear the quilt like that. It's like 10 by 10. It's like I could cover the cabin with that thing.
You got a 10 by 10 quilt from Pam?
10 by 20.
I don't. It's
Queen
huge.
size. Queen size. Yep. All right. You want a review? I got Valentine's.
Oh wow, you got the Valentine's there too. What the hell?
All right. So review.
Sure.
Burnt tires.
That's a creme brulee you're picking up there.
Burnt tires. No. Campexes.
A Nesmic that was used for food prep.
Bologna,
transfer-
bologna sandwiches. All right, ready for the sip. Taste. All right. Taste. Drink. Oh, I gotta wait 10 minutes. I have to wait 10 minutes. You gotta wait 10 minutes.
You don't, because there's no age statement on this.
No. You say you pour blue every time. It's got to wait 10 minutes in the glass. We have to wait 10 minutes.
Country
All right.
Boy says that Dave is the only one with a warm house.
Yeah.
It's the only one who
Actually,
can
my
afford a
house-
warm house.
My house is nope. You have to wait 10 minutes. I'm going to start a timer. We have to
Set your timer for 3 minutes.
No. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You're not going to cheat me on this opening my blue. 10 minutes.
I'm not going to cheat you, but that only gives you 2 more minutes left of our live stream when you take your first sip.
Oh, well, then we have to go offline to take the first sip. I have to wait 10 minutes. You tell me every time I listen to your live stream, it's 10 minutes in the bottle, 10 minutes in the glass. 10
No,
minutes.
it's a minute in the
10 minutes in the bottle, 10 minutes in the glass.
Sorry.
You're hurting my soul, Dave. No, it's a
Taking a
minute in
beer.
the glass per year in the cask.
Sorry. 10. So you wait 10 minutes every time. No, tonight you waited 20 minutes. You
I
poured
waited
your
20.
blue. Tonight we have to, so we're 20 more minutes.
No.
We have to wait 20 minutes before I drink this blue.
What happened to my beautiful live stream?
There's only 9 viewers. It's okay.
I'm showing 18 actually.
Yeah, I'm showing 18.
I'm just joking. I'm just
I don't know why.
You're killing him, Dave.
I can't get your sniff review out of my Yeah. All right. Sorry. I
I'm sure you were talking
apologize.
about canned beer there for a bit. 10 minutes in the can, 10 minutes
Yeah,
in
sorry.
the glass.
Yeah. No,
Kristen's going to get another dram as well.
There you go. We have to wait 20 minutes.
No, you.
I'm going to drink the Valentine's while I wait.
Valentine's, nice.
Do you like my glass
Oh,
though?
famous grouse.
Yeah. There you
Is that a
go.
famous grouse glass?
Isn't that a nice glass?
Nice.
Yeah. Bought that at a garage sale.
Oh, nice.
25 cents. Yeah.
Is it actually a famous grouse glass?
I have no idea. It's just it's a
It's just a-
glass.
It's just a grouse.
We have 4 of them. We got 4 for $1.
Kristen
But
says it's only
it's-
$8.50 where she lives.
But this glass was my grandfather's with the E.
Mm-hmm.
$8.50.
The same guy that owned the snowshoes. Anyway,
Oh, nice. Okay.
Did he also
Campbell.
own a Kramer painting?
no, he did not.
See,
But my
should've-
grandfather's deeply insulted by the Kramer picture still being up and not his snowshoes.
Bullshit. There's no way you forced him to watch the video.
No, I did. I dug him up and I made him watch the video. Anyway,
Took him up.
dug him up. Yeah.
Well, at least he wasn't, turning in his grave. He was turning in your
Can
living room.
we not have a Rain Dance Bushcraft live stream where we're not digging up a body, please?
Can we? I give up. But Campbell Off Grid is asking Dave, what's the sniff review on the Valentines?
It's worse. It's worse than the Johnny
The
Walker
Blue?
Blue. So I'm gonna spare you. Yeah, burnt tires. Yeah.
Dave's reviews are the stuff of legend.
No,
I
I can't beat.
$200
I
in this
can't.
bottle.
I only spent 200 on the bottle actually. Anyway, duty free,
Yeah,
man.
good old duty free.
Good
Duty.
old duty free.
He said duty.
They're
Are your bottles 1 liter or 750 mils that you guys buy?
750s.
750s. Okay.
Yeah, the 1 liter is way too rich for my blood.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen the 1 liter. I don't think I've ever even seen the 1 liter. Is that like a travel exclusive, maybe?
This one's the travel. It's 7. This one's the travel, and it's 750.
Okay.
Oh, should I keep the case?
It's up to you.
No.
Oh, I put it in the recycling. Should I go get it?
Al said, "Don't keep it." To
Oh,
me,
okay.
he said that to me. I think.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was just the tassel that he wanted.
I don't keep any of the cases. Like
You keep
When-
your blue case.
on my other channel, like I keep the case until I've done, like I do the neck pour, right? When I first open the bottle, and then a few months later I do the shoulder pour, and after the shoulder pour, I just throw away the cases or the cans or whatever they came in. Once the reviewing is over.
Yeah.
Like I no longer have the box that this came in.
But you got your blue label box.
It might still be in the back there, yeah. But
You have it every week.
Oh yeah, but this bottle's not dead yet. And I haven't reviewed this. I'm not going to review this bottle. Right?
No.
You know what I have a problem with is the Glenfiddich 12-year-old. In fact, it's probably any Glenfiddich case. Most of it's cardboard, but there's still metal on it.
Yeah.
Like, can I burn it or can I recycle it? If I recycle it, is it cardboard? Is it metal?
But this is a nice case. I mean, sorry.
It is a beautiful case.
It's a nice case. Yeah.
But it got me. You know what? That actually got me thinking. Like, how much money did they spend on the case,
A
and
lot.
the bottle,
A lot.
and like how much money would it be? $50 less? If they-
Yeah. You're
Not
you're,
$50 less, but it might be $10 less.
You're paying for the
10, 20.
case. You're paying for the case.
Yeah. It's
I need to write a letter,
okay.
and I start with the alphabet. A,
A.
and then B. I can write letters all day long.
Yeah. A,
I know
B, C, D,
like
E.
23 of them at most. I mean,
At least for 26 days. Yeah.
Carol says, David, you should look at buying in Maryland next time to do the taxes. Due to the taxes.
What
We
does that
drove
mean?
through Maryland for about 5 minutes.
What does that mean? Were we talking about taxes?
I guess the taxes in Maryland are less than in. I mean, Florida is pretty cheap,
I bought the bottle at the border.
like straight up at the border. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Duty free before we crossed. Yeah.
Because you were driving.
Yeah, we're driving. Yeah. But
So that's what that
came
comment
up.
was about?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Is that what the comment was about?
That's what I think it was about. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, got it.
This bottle was we saw this bottle in Savannah. So the Johnny Walker Blue Label. We saw it for $2.89 in $2.89 US dollars in Savannah, Georgia. And we pulled up on the duty free. We saw it for $1.89. And I wasn't even going to buy it. And Pam said, I'll get it for your birthday. I said, oh, wow, that's great. And so we paid $1.89 US dollars. Yeah.
So what is that?
Yeah, $1.89 is a much better price because the two whatever. What'd you say was two what?
$2.89 in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, so that means that in Savannah, Georgia, it's more expensive than it is in Montreal, Quebec, and Quebec is pretty freaking expensive because here it's $3.15.
Was there tax on top of that?
No, it's duty free. Yeah.
Wow, that's just a great price then.
Yeah.
You saved over $100 easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saved $100 US dollars. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
You play the guitar on the MTV.
wow.
Hey, working
Working on the MTV. Yeah.
Benny,
What is it? It's
That's the way.
oh god.
I feel the same thing. I feel the same way about YouTube.
Dire Straits.
They ain't working.
Dire Straits. Dire Straits. Yeah.
I feel about YouTube that it is working. It kills me. It's it's a lot of work.
Nope. It's different.
What surprised me about YouTube is I noticed today that I follow 189 channels.
Okay.
I got to go through my list. Like how many of these channels have I watched in the last year?
There's the thing. I follow a lot more channels. Like I follow a lot of channels that I used to watch all the time, and just sort of they've slipped away.
I follow a lot of channels that don't do anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some channels just don't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
I have to curate my list. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, shit, I got dozens.
Yeah.
So I got a question for Excuse Me. Yeah. Actually, Excuse Me. Yes, I have some projects. I actually filmed a video last weekend on
Nice.
Sunday. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to post it. It's I went for a walk. I filmed it on my iPhone, and I came back. I downloaded the clips, and they suck. So I'm going to try to do some editing. Hopefully, I'll get a video up. But yes, I have a lot of projects coming up. Yeah.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to get back. Going to get back on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely, you do.
Yeah.
You definitely do. It's
Well,
11:59, guys. So I'm because once it hits 12, I'm going to bed because I'm a wreck, and I do have to be up early.
10 more minutes in the glass.
Once we get offline, I'll let you and Russell keep chit-chatting for 10 more minutes.
All right. I have to say that, Jess, I'm disappointed based on your conversion between how many years in the glass to how many years in the bottle to how many minutes in the glass.
No, it's how many years in the cask.
Or whatever. Cask, glass, whatever. Like,
there's no difference. Yeah.
There
It's the
is
same
no
thing.
it's the same thing. Anyway. All right.
It's not the same thing.
It is.
No, I understand. You had a rough weekend, Jeff. You worked. You had a rough weekend.
Cheers to Jess, who couldn't take one freaking video the entire weekend.
Yeah. And cuts Dave's whiskey tasting experience. No virgin experience to like to the bone. But anyway, that's okay. That's all
To the
right.
bone.
To the bone. No
I'm here to
no
help.
pressure. No pressure.
This always goes to the bone. It's terrible.
No pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
Hey, no half measures, right? If you're gonna go,
Right.
go to the bone.
Yeah.
Dave, you got to try it before he ends this.
I know, but I have to wait another 5 minutes.
You
I
don't have to
know.
wait another 5 minutes. It's
Do it,
not an
do it,
aged whiskey.
Do it.
It's
You
a
got to do it now
3-year-old.
before he
right.
ends this.
All right. Spent burnt tires.
Vanilla.
Oh, sorry. Swirl around.
I can't wait until Al sees this part of the live stream. He'll be flipping out on the ground having a coronary.
It's smooth, but it's burning, right? It's got
Smooth burning.
smooth but burning.
But it's burning.
Love the
It's
burn.
a jet fighter, but it's a Cessna.
It's a jet fuel.
It's a T65, but it's a Leopard 2A.
It's a Avro Aero.
Now I'm getting all maudlin.
It's an F14, F16, maybe F35.
It's a
Fuel or
MiG-29.
just
Cessna.
wait. Are you sending that out for missions? Are you?
It's good. It's
Covert
good. It's
missions?
yeah, it's good.
See, when he said it's an Avro Arrow, I'm like, okay, so it's a legendary beverage. And then he said
Yeah.
it's an F14. I was like, okay. Then
Yeah.
he said it's an F35.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a Top Gun Maverick.
I gotta say, there's from the tip of the tongue to the back of the throat kind of thing. He went through all the aviation history of.
Well, I'm being rushed. I feel like I'm being rushed. But anyway, it's a Top Gun Maverick. It's a goose dying.
poor Goose. R.I.P. Goose. Several years ago, a goose died so that we could have Christmas supper. I told my mom I wanted a goose instead of a turkey that year.
All right.
That was stream of consciousness.
All right.
Great job.
I'm good. Good night, Jess.
Wait.
Great job.
Do you
What?
like the freaking whiskey?
I do.
Okay, just checking.
But I'm not good. Anyway, I feel like I'm being rushed. Anyway, it's
This
okay.
live stream has gone way off the deep end. So because it's after midnight and that
I'm
means
scratching my butt.
okay, that's fair enough. You do you. I'm gonna shut her down here because
I just said that. I'm scratching my
You know.
butt. Anyway, sorry. Good night, Jess. Just go, Jess.
between now and next week, everybody, please be healthy.
You're
be
crackling,
happy,
by the way.
be healthy. Be friendly to one another. Oh God, I don't remember. Good night.
MP soup.